Oh, let me fix the camera. Hold on. There we go. Welcome everybody to another Small Engine Saturday. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out. Let's make this one of the best Small Engine live streams on YouTube. What's up, guys? It is finally time to draw a name for the 1K giveaway, guys. I am excited. Someone tonight that is commenting on that video is going to win a 1/4-inch TEKTON set. So let's start with the chat, and I will draw later on tonight. I don't want y'all just leaving me now. See what we got in the chat. We got Steven, we got Robert Waters, we got BW Electric, Shaggy the Rifleman. We got Mater's Workshop, Ronald, Nick, Steven, Tom, Renegades, Henry. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We got 9 people in the house. We will probably be drawing in about a half hour. A half hour we'll be drawing name. What's up, Frank? So let's talk about my week. I just picked up a trailer. We just picked up a trailer for $75. It's one of those. It's a small trailer, single axle trailer, but it's one of the ones with the 3,800-pound axle. I got a bunch of repairs done. Still working on a bunch of repairs. Getting ready to go up to Ohio. Look for a place to live in about a week. Just to look. We ain't moving there yet. Kind of dogs. We got a Rottweiler out there and a mixed breed dog. That's what's barking out there right now. Anyway. Yeah, that's my week. It is been busy. My lighting sucks. Hold on. Is that better? All right, guys. No, we're putting the horse in the van. The van's for the horse, of course. All right, guys. Let's share out this link because I just think I don't have much left to talk about. So let's put out the link to anybody that wants to join. See, I told y'all. Y'all thought I was lying when I said my mom called me worse things in the comments I get. This is what I'm talking about, guys. All right, guys. Links in the chat. Y'all know what to do. Y'all gotta have cameras on. Be respectful. Do that. All right? So the link's there. If anybody wants to join, come on up. First up, we got Mater's Workshop. Should we let him in, guys? Should we let Mater in? Let me know. Should we? Should we let Mater's Workshop in? Let me see. Let me see here. Oh, we got Shaggy in here. Hold on. Okay. 1 second. I gotta let Mater in here too. Shaggy in here.
Hold on. Let me mute this.
All right. I just pulled Mater out of the basement.
What's up, guys? Surprise!
Hey, Mater.
Rover said no.
I was not expecting this, to be honest.
Hey, Shaggy.
Well, y'all said y'all want to create a nightclub in my shop, so here y'all go. What's up, Bobby?
Yes.
The only thing I forgot to bring with me was a little mirrored ball with little disco lights.
Tom asked me why I'm moving to Ohio. They're selling this place, and it's just, yeah. It was gonna be Eastern Kentucky, but we can't find no jobs there. Hey, Mater, you got this for sale. I'm gonna see if I can go find a cord because I can't hear.
I guess it'll be a Mater's Workshop live tonight. By the way, guys, as you can tell, hey, I'm here with Brandon. So, sorry, no late night with Mater. Because by the time y'all leave here and everything, man, it's gonna be like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, nah, I'm just gonna be. I'll be hanging out down here in Killeen. Hey, Shaggy, you got your mic muted. Can't hear you.
I forgot I muted it. I said I like that vest. It looks awesome.
Thank you. Yep. But yeah, I was getting with Brandon earlier in the week and everything, and gave him the asked him about the idea and everything about me doing this. He goes, "Sure, come on down."
Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Auxiliary mode.
Hey, Shaggy, say something. I'm trying to see.
Something? Anything? Testing, testing.
Hold on. I'm going to switch over.
He's trying to get a where's the camera again?
Lost the camera.
Yeah, he's trying some new stuff with the sound system and everything. So working with this right now. I'm holding the camera because it fell down.
Yeah, let me.
Whoop. Wrong button.
You're trying to hook up a Bluetooth speaker. I don't recommend it because I noticed with StreamYard it interferes with a microphone.
No, we ain't using. We got a hard wire.
Yeah. That way we can hear everything better.
Cause I'm hard hearing.
He's a wee bit deaf in this here. Go speak up.
I hit my head one time and it just never been able to hear right since.
So is everybody surprised that Brandon's got someone in the studio with him tonight?
What was it?
How far did I have to travel?
Yeah, there we go.
Tom, it was I think from my house, I think I checked, and it was supposed to be like 132 miles. So I mean, not really all that far. I made one stop at the Love's truck stop in Temple, and from there I checked in. It was like another 33 miles to the hotel, and from the hotel it was like about another 3 miles to out here to Brandon's. What's up, Mike?
Robert asks, what happened to moving to Kentucky? Robert, I want to be closer to Mike Hodge, so I have to move to Ohio so I can be closer to Mike Hodge. So maybe can't win this. It does, W. It does. What up, Big Daddy?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, Doc. That's one of the things. Is one of the reasons my brother-in-law wants to go back to Ohio, is because he'll be closer to Chicago for his kid to go to his kids every now and then. Yeah, Robert. I have to get like far away from you. Make sure I'm.
He was just trying to get far away from me.
Middletown, Mike. How'd you know? I've never moved back there in a million years. It's Germantown. Somewhere outside Germantown area.
Oh, no, Frank was going to be surprised that I'm here.
Yeah.
It's the thing, Brandon and I, we were talking about this, during the week and everything. I brought it up to him, and because I've been needing to get a lawnmower seat. He said he still had one and everything. So it's like, if I came down there Saturday, I could be in on your live stream. He goes, sure, that sounds like fun.
I think that's better.
Yeah. So like we weren't saying anything about it, and it's like, okay, let's surprise everybody.
Frank, Germantown, Ohio, not far from Dayton, west of Dayton. Probably, I don't know how far out of Dayton. My uncle works over there in Inglewood, so I don't know how far out of Dayton.
Yeah, Lisa, it was a long walk. I got tired of walking out here.
Yeah. Mater's getting a little older, so.
I'm getting a lot older.
You had to stop and rest every few steps.
I was doing like this number on the way out here.
Had to get a walker for him.
Yeah, and here's my walker right here.
I mean, he showed up on a trike. You know who shows up on trikes? Old men.
No. Well, yeah, I might be old, but I showed up because I got, if I want to come down the other one, I can haul lawnmower stuff.
So the real reason, guys, for the Ohio thing is there's more work in Ohio than there is in Eastern Kentucky. I would love to be in Eastern Kentucky. There just ain't jobs down there. Yeah, he's going up in the loft with the air compressor. He has to hear this all night long. All night long.
Oh, that's gonna be music to my ears. I'll be saying almost like my Harley. Of course, he had to, Brandon had to come out and look at it, and he was almost wanting me to give him a ride. He says, "Nah, you ain't gonna ride on that with me."
See, now you got Mama. Yeah. What's up, Andy? Shaggy and Mater's now it's got. I told Mom the comment at the dinner table with Mater out there about y'all wanting to have her dance and my sister dance. Shaggy didn't think I saw that. I was creeping in that live. You never know where I'm at. I'm everywhere.
Yeah. Brandon was lurking in the background. I don't even think he commented on that stream at all. Except for later on the tail end as Mater was getting off.
Yep. And he was actually doing work, and what was it? I think I made a comment, and I had to have you let Brandon know about it, Shaggy.
Steven says, so you'll be close to Rust Belt Mechanic. I talked to Rust Belt Mechanic one time, and he was telling me that he actually goes to a diesel shop in Germantown. There's a diesel shop he goes to in Germantown. Yeah, old school. I'm going to come and say, old school. Oh, wait. Remember, I'm calling you Larry from now on because remember the L on your head? Larry!
What was he, the cable guy?
So the story is something about a heated up Allen key. It flipped up, hit him in the head, so it left an L.
Oh, you sure it's not the initial for Laverne? Laverne DeFazio? Because remember, she always had them L's on her shirts, on everything.
My college, that's what the torch is for, right? You just torch everything? Where's my MAP gas? I think I need something stronger than MAP gas. Yeah, we'll just set something right here. We're just ready.
There's Renegade, yep.
Fix it with Tannerite, right? This should be this. I'm gonna start a whole book of sayings by Robert Waters. It's either it's for rich people or it's fix it with Tannerite. Steven asked if you.
Yeah.
You can't use Tannerite for that. You gotta use Thermite. If it involves anything flammable, you have to use Thermite.
Yeah. Yeah, Steven. Yeah, I did get talking about my car today. Yeah, the only thing I had to do was go over and I was going to get the tires balanced and rotated because I need to get a front end alignment badly. Well, I didn't know how bad it was until I saw there were still belts showing. So I just had to get a couple of used tires and get the ones that were in the back moved up to the front. Next step thing I'll be doing is be just going and getting an oil change on it.
That was Matt Gas Stock.
It burns a Matt gas.
You should publish it with Silver Bob. There it was. It was heating up a set screw with an Allen key. It got too hot and popped out.
Ooh.
And now we'll know him as Larry. You know, I don't even think old school might have told me, but I don't know if I've ever. And I've talked to old school for a few years now. If I actually ever knew his real name.
By the way, here's something I want everybody to know. I'm seeing this down here. Now, I know Brandon knows what this is. Trying to find out where the camera is. There it is. But everybody on the live stream, y'all know what this is, correct? You know what this is, Shaggy?
Hold on, let me see. That looks like a spark plug wrench for a chainsaw.
Correct. I asked some of the guys at work because we use these for taking out the when we're racking and everything. The screws get caught between the board and the machine, and we use them to get the extra screws out.
Oh my God, Robert Waters.
I asked a couple of guys at work what it was. Not a single one of them could answer that question. Going, really? You don't know what a spark plug tool is for a chainsaw?
I think if we did wrong answers only, I think Robert Waters won.
Tell you what, let's bend over, Brandon. Let's find out.
That's not that kind of stream. I've heard probably put the link down if anybody else wants to join. I usually don't use one. These usually just come with like random stuff. I usually don't use one. I usually have like, I got a whole box full of tools. Everybody's so quiet tonight.
Yeah, everybody is. Well, hell, if everything's going to be quiet,
All right. See you later, Mater.
No, I'm just
later,
leaving.
Mater.
Yeah, I just leave and like.
Wait, since I've had Mater on a live stream, does that mean when I go to Ohio, does that mean I can get Mike Hodge on a live stream?
Yes.
Yeah, you might.
Absolutely. We need to get Mike on a live stream.
How you doing, Robert?
Hi, Robert.
Just checking, is this working?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can't see you, but we can hear you.
I look better this way.
I'll do 50-50 on that.
Oh, Robert, I don't know if I told you, but it ended up doing testing on that welder generator being the capacitor, but that capacitor is no longer available, and I can't cross it. It looks like a air compressor or a AC unit one, but it's DC.
Hey, Lisa, I'll come over and videotape you practicing with it.
I thought you could actually use the basically the ferrets that were printed on the side and cross them.
Yeah, because I don't know this thing, and it might just be because it's set forever, and that's what caused it. But no, I can't find the capacitor no more. A couple years ago, it showed they sold the capacitor.
They drop a lot of parts.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that, Shaggy.
Oh, see, look, I got all these people that'll be close by. Mater, I guess we'll just have to drive up on the motorcycle. We'll just do a big meetup in Ohio.
Let's see, isn't that where they have the Mopar mini nats every year up in that area?
I don't know. They do all kinds of things in Ohio.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, they probably do more things in Ohio and Kentucky than they do in Texas.
But the only thing I'd want to get in Kentucky would have to be some of that stuff in a bottle that's got a black label on it.
Yeah, well.
Actually, no, it's Tennessee, excuse me. That's close enough.
Kentucky has the bourbon, though.
Yeah. That's okay.
And if you want the real stuff, you go up in the hills and you get the stuff in the clear jug.
Yeah. Now, if I want something like that, I'll go back down to Jamaica and get me some more of that bamboo rum.
She can't draw, Robert, so it probably would look ugly.
What she should do is do it when he's sleeping on his stomach and get him on the backside. Especially every time he'd feel it every time he goes to sit down.
What's up, Nate? Is this the real Nate or is this the other Nate? Oh, my college wants to look like David Allen Hope. He wants to go around saying, I was drunk, the day my mama got out of prison. My uncle worked on his tour bus one time. It was in Cincinnati. He was working at a shop in Cincinnati, and he worked on David Allen Coe's tour bus. Oh, come on, Robert. That's just going too far.
I'm not gonna say anything on that one. That's
It's got to be 4 dicks shaped kind of like a swastika.
Oh, that's too far, Shaggy. I wouldn't go there.
Yeah. I'll be kicked off of YouTube. Well,
When it comes to tattoos, there is no such thing as too far.
if I start getting tattoos like that on YouTube, all y'all see is my when I do a video, all you see is my hands like I'll make VE or something.
Oh. Your mom is brutal.
Shush. She is. I told y'all. Y'all thought it was funny. I was talking about. We was talking about in a stream about comments, and I said, I got some comments, but none of them was as bad as what my mom calls me. Y'all thought I was joking.
By the way, Brandon, I think your camera is frozen up.
Is it frozen on your end too, Robert?
No,
No. All right.
must just be you, Shaggy.
yeah. Shaggy went bye-bye. Where'd he go?
He probably just restarted it.
Oh, okay.
Man, my coach, I'm really thinking you got to thank for gay midgets because you keep talking about this every live stream. You know what, Mike? You do you. You do you.
He's been hanging out with Toolbox.
He's been hanging out. Sounds like he's been hanging out with the wrong person.
We got only 13 people in the house. I thought people wanted free tools.
You got more than
I don't think you
13.
said we had to be here for the free tools.
I should have. You know what? Next giveaway, I'm gonna make sure everybody's here for it. So I gotta get that watch time. Gotta get that money.
Hey, and I'm doing my part. I already told Brandon that I'm already helping him get his watch hours because on my computer at work, I started this, I think, on Tuesday night. I got the tab on my laptop for YouTube, and I did the search and everything for BS small engines, and I just put on there play all the videos. The only thing I did was I hit the mute button, and they got me another tab and everything for my Facebook and another tab for YouTube.
Old school, did you comment on the video? You gotta go comment on that video if you haven't already. The link is in the description. So if anybody wants to enter, y'all better go and comment on that video now because in 5 minutes I'm drawing.
I have one question. Did the mute button actually improve the video or not?
I can't tell that it did.
No, I was asking Mater.
As far as on what? As far as on his end or whose end?
For you.
I played the fifth on that one.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? I think I give educational videos that puts out a lot of knowledge.
When?
All the time.
We're still waiting on the first
People
one.
tell me all the time that they learned something from watching my live streams.
I think your mom is just being nice on that one.
You always learn something, either how to do it or how not to do it. Either way, you've learned.
Right. It's either you learn the hard way or you learn the easy way. I like doing it the hard way. That way.
Well, you know, actually,
What not
and
to do.
people might criticize me for this, but usually if I'm gonna make a video showing how to do something, I'll actually research it and see how everybody else is doing it, read the manuals and stuff before getting on YouTube and actually making a video on it.
Reading the manuals is cheating. This is YouTube.
No one's won the giveaway yet, Doc. I am drawing in like. Wait, hold on. We're almost there. 3 minutes.
Next, you're going to claim you use a torque wrench too, aren't you?
I do use a torque wrench. I torque everything to factory specs.
Yeah, but how is the torque wrench calibrated correctly?
Sometimes. I'll show you how I put spark plugs in.
Hey, no impacts are allowed on that.
You know, this is how you're supposed to put spark plugs in, right?
That and oil filters.
Yeah. And you got to remember
Yes.
well. Not anti-seize.
Absolutely.
I hope you're supposed to put in light bulbs the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, light bulbs.
First,
They
well,
go.
first you got to pull them out, stick your finger in there to make sure they got electric.
Got to lick the finger,
I can
make
do
sure it
that.
conducts.
Oh, that's cool, Mike Hodge. Let him know that there's an awesome small engine mechanic coming to that area. You know.
Yeah, just don't tell him who it is, Mike.
Oh. I probably should start getting prepared to pick the comment soon. Because this shop computer's slow. Yeah, I think next time I'll make it where everybody has to be in the live stream to win. You have to comment on the video, but you have to be in the live stream to win.
All these rules, next you're going to say they have to be nice comments.
Yes, they have to be nice comments.
That leaves me out.
You know, tools are for rich people anyway.
I've already won enough this month anyway.
Yeah, man, you and Renegade and BW Electronics is always winning giveaways.
I haven't won a tool giveaway in a long time.
We will see.
Here lately, it's all been like 3D printers and stuff.
See, now that'd be cool. You know, in the wintertime when it gets too cold for me, like when the weather's like real bad, I could have a 3D printer.
I told you a while back, go on things.com because they give them away. I got a Creality C10 Max. It's their largest printer apparently. The thing is massive. I got it for free from Things for a design contest.
Right? Ronald, I would have to pay shipping anyway. I'm ordering it through Amazon. I'm just putting it in people's address and sending it to wherever they are. That's because that's the easiest way to do a giveaway. What's up, Muffler Delete?
So,
all right, we're going to hit the share screen button because it is 30 minutes. Y'all know the rules. Y'all have to be in the United States. I know it sucks, but it's just how it is. And yeah, you know the rules. All right, guys, y'all ready? Are you ready? Ready?
Drum roll.
let's get ready to rumble.
I hit the button. The computer's just really slow. Let's hit it again.
And the winner is.
I did start.
Yes, you have to hit start. Allery Hay.
Allery Hay, are you in the house? Allery Hay. If you're not,
No,
send me an email. If you come back and watch this video, send me an email to Brandon at BS Small Engines. My email is at the bottom of every live stream. You got a week to claim it. If not, we will be redrawing next week. So you got a week to claim the prize. Just send me your address. You got to be in the United States. Send it to Brandon at bsmallengines.com. And yeah, I'll get it sent out to you.
Congratulations if you respond back.
Well, that was that. Next, I hear now there's rumors going around that Super Clean might be sponsoring a giveaway on my channel soon. So y'all could win some Super Clean.
super clean. What's super clean?
It's a cleaner.
Yeah, that's the stuff he used on that riding lawnmower.
Yeah, the one with the kick-ass engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I do have an engine for it, but you know, Super Clean. I think their motto should be don't just make it clean, make it super clean. That's what I think the motto should be.
Is that your first sponsored video?
Yeah.
It might be. Might be his last one.
Well, no, I've got a couple of things in for review. Wait. Yeah, a couple of things. Flashlight from Amazon. Yeah. Come on, it's a catchy slogan. That should be their slogan. They should hire me just to write their slogan. Yes, that's right. It does work.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
There's more. Wait, go get the aerosol.
Hey, it's really super clean.
So I think the giveaway video I do for that, I'm gonna put the cleanest giveaway on YouTube. That's gonna be the name of the video.
Then nobody will show up.
Could wind up getting that blonde that was in the what was that movie with oh God, I'm trying to think of his name. Was that comedian where he wound up going over to Europe? Was it? It was the American Gigolo, Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, Deuce Bigelow. Well, winds up going over there to Europe and everything. He's got that one that she's all dirty and everything. And he tosses her overboard and cleans her up to be using Super Clean.
BW got him a 3D or BW got him a 3D printer coming. He said he's gonna say it if he won it.
That'll work.
Well, the problem with 3D printers is they get addictive. I've got 2 of them.
You know, it'd be cool to like use them to make the start for like doing sand castings. You can make the part and then you can put it in the sand and cast it out of metal.
That's what we're somewhat planning on doing, but we're also going to make some plastic pieces for our like toolbox organizers and stuff. I may even put some up for sale.
Uh-oh. Shaggy went away. Where'd he
Yeah,
go?
Shaggy's always leaving. First he's here, then he's gone.
I need another smaller 3D printer because this thing just takes up too much space.
How big is the one you got?
The one that I'm using right now has got a 20-inch by 20-inch build plate by 20 inches tall.
Wow. That's not that big.
What's
Well,
up,
the
Smart
printer-
Machine Shop?
The printer's twice that. lengthwise. And most of your, like the Ender 3, which is a decent sized printer,
Right.
will fit on the build plate. I could actually build an Ender or something the same size as an Ender 3 on this one.
Okay.
But the problem is, if I paid for it, it's like $1,200.
Wow.
So it's not like I'm going to be buying 2 or 3 of these things.
So basically, what you're saying is overall size is what, about 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot?
No, it's they probably have a tape measure here.
What's up, Devin?
What's up, Devin? Okay, Shaggy.
Say, Shaggy.
Steve wants to know, why did you drive up?
Yeah, I did come up on Blue Angel.
Okay, 30 inches tall. 25 inches wide and 36 inches deep. So
Basically, just a little bit about the same size of a maybe like a bigger bottom toolbox.
yeah,
That's not,
but it also shakes everything as it moves.
oh, does it?
Yeah.
Mike Hodge says gun people trade him stuff all the time. My uncle gets a lot of trades in, and a lot of the trades he gets in is with farmers. He'll get a whole side of a half a cow in for trade on working on the tractor or something.
Damn.
Or truck.
I had somebody trade me a cow this year. That was a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that person comments, but if not, like I said, I'll redraw next week. They got a week to comment or send me an email. You know what? You're right, Devin. I should do that.
What is a trike? It's a 3-wheel Harley Davidson. That what people were doing back in the old days. Of course, they were taking the old they were taking a motorcycle and they were basically putting like a Volkswagen engine and transaxle on there, and they were making 3-wheel bikes or trikes. And Harley Davidson was seeing people taking their bikes and everything and doing basically the same thing. And they go,
Later,
hold
Doc.
it, we're missing out on something. So they looked at what was getting built out there. So Harley says, hey, we can do that. So they actually came out with the Tri-Glide. So that's what, I've got.
I always thought trikes were for those bikers that got too old to hold the bike up.
That's what everybody says. And no, I did not get it for that particular reason. I keep telling everybody the reason I got it, because I go, I do Renaissance festivals, okay? I go to the one that's by my house. There's one that's down between Plantersville and Magnolia, okay? They are doing a pirate cruise every year and a half out of Galveston, okay? I've been going in my car or going in my truck, okay? But being the bike, I'd like to take that down there, okay? With the Wide Glide, I cannot, there's not enough room on it for putting, having a passenger and everything for a week-long cruise on there. The Tri-Glide is a lot more comfortable. It's got the trunk. It's got the tour pack. It's got the luggage rack. Plus, I've got plenty, I got room where I can put a passenger on there, and I can go down to Galveston. She and I can get on the trike, head down to, can you read between the lines on that one? Anyways, the Tri-Glide, I can actually go down on in style and get the Cadillac. Okay, it's the Cadillac of all Harleys. And I can go down to Galveston and go on a week-long cruise. I got plenty of room to pack luggage.
What was a Cadillac built for?
Old people?
I don't know. I mean, would you consider Buddy Holly old, or would you consider Elvis old? I mean, they
Yes.
were buying them. Buddy Holly was what, in his early 30s when he bought his second one?
Yes, but he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Backwoods, how's the flooding? Is it getting any better? Most of Eastern Kentucky flooded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Stephen, mine's it's a Harley Tri-Glide. 2012 model.
Small town said he's narrowed down a few of those.
The Ford 9-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like it and everything, but you know, to me, like I said, it's the Tri-Glide is the Cadillac version, and I feel a lot safer and more comfortable when my girlfriend's riding with me on it. I had someone ride with me years ago on my Y-Glide, and it's a lighter weight bike. And I was coming up to a stop and have to turn a little bit to the left. I damn near dumped the thing over. And it's like, for stability wise, you know, being safe and everything, it's like, screw it. I'd rather have the trike than the two-wheel to be safer on. Besides, I like going down the highway doing 75, 80 and turn the cruise control on and one hand on the handlebar, just kick back, relax.
Hey, Devin, it's not powered. The only thing powered by a generator in the shop is actually the welders and the plasma cutter. Everything else has a extension cord that powers the lights and stuff.
Oh, be bold. Power the plasma with an extension cord.
And don't put out enough power, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, but you might get the cord hot enough to cut things.
Right?
Hey, nuts and bolts.
Thanks for stopping by, Tom. Guys, I don't know why, but when I'm standing near my lathe, I just gotta fiddle with it. I just can't help myself.
He's got to play with his toys. If it ain't, he ain't playing with that. He's playing with something else.
Robert, did you see my see my fitting I made for the release handle I made for the shot press?
No, I don't think I have.
Let me see if I can get it turned around enough.
I'm behind on videos, so if you posted it recently.
I didn't post the video. I just posted it on Instagram.
I got it on Facebook.
I hadn't seen it. Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I machined it down, and I didn't know I could machine rebar, but sucking Craig from MC Engineering, he said I could. Like, okay, I'll give it a try. I got a bunch laying around here. Why not?
My understanding is that you can machine it. It's just really hard on tools. It causes a lot of chatter.
It actually machined easy. That was probably the easiest tool I've machined so far.
Huh.
I like it.
It machined like butter.
Well, rebar is kind of a soft metal anyways.
It's pretty much just crap metal.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's easy to bend and everything.
Hey, small town machine shop. I've been busy in the shop, so I'm kind of behind on videos. So I always figure I could have missed it.
Yeah.
Also behind on Instagram because same reason.
I'm going to remake it because I didn't make the top wide enough as I thought that it should be. So it leaks like a tiny bit of fluid around it. So I'm going to remake it again, and it's going to be a little bit bigger at the top so it will fit in there tighter.
I think I'm going to 3D print me a knob for my press to where I don't have to have the tool for it.
Yeah. See, that's why I did it, because I had what I used was a vice grips, pair of vice grips to turn it. Devin, this wasn't really that hard to weld. I just turn when I weld rebarb, I like to turn my heat all the way up on it. I like to burn hot on it. It seems to weld better. Turn my camera. Oh, I can't turn my camera. Maybe it's just standing out of the frame.
I don't want to get that close to him. I don't know him that good.
6 feet, Mater. 6 feet.
Where's that tape measure at?
Yeah, actually. All right, here. It is a stare it.
I think she's claiming that Mater looks better than you, Brandon.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
I resemble that remark.
All right, Mater, you guys stand all the way over there.
Okay. Hey, you got to be outside then. Hey, I'm more than 6 feet. You're let.
There we go.
Hey, your arms on this side of 6 foot mark. And you ain't wearing a mask either.
I'm using inserts. I'm actually for right now. I'm using Harbor Freight. I'm using Harbor Freight inserts.
Hey, I got my mask on.
Actually, I'll show you right there. I'm using Harbor Freight inserts. I only broke 2 so far, and that was because I was trying to cut down that those welds, and I was going too fast with the machine, and crashed it.
That's something I got to get better at is welding. But I'm a good grinder.
Right? Hey, worst comes to worst, you could always just grind it, or if there's a machine part, you could always just clean it up with the lathe.
Yeah, you can always, just build up a whole bunch of weld on there and go back over with a grinder.
Deb, and I don't have nothing to compare them to, so I don't know if they're better. I'm sure that the other tooling that you can get is better than the Harbor Freight ones, but they did do their job, so that's all I can say about them.
I haven't even used my lathe this year. I kind of feel bad about that.
It needs the love. You got to at least turn it on, oil it up.
At least what he needs, I guess, is a one of those fisheye. Get that wide angle. If I get much more closer, I'd be getting fresh with Brandon. I am. No, he's not.
Well, actually, if we stood out here, yeah, see, if we stood out here, we could do. But then it'd be hard for us to read.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, we can always take turns one at a time. Of course, I know I can read it pretty good from right here.
I got some of the other inserts, Small Town Machine Shop. But what's up, Mudster? That's what she said, Nate.
Go-karts.
Man, I really want to get my rack fixed though, because look, this is annoying. Every time, because it's missing a tooth, every time it gets stuck right there, and you gotta kind of move it and then get it back on that. It's annoying.
How's it going, Nate? You should come up on the live stream.
Put the link back up. That way you can.
I put the link up. Nobody wants to join me. I'm an outcast now, guys.
I can't join you on screen.
Yeah, you can. Just go on your phone.
I don't know if people didn't let me do that. Let's see.
I just put a new belt on my mine Mudster. I got a weld on a support for that motor because whoever built the table didn't put enough supports. So you can watch it when the motor's running. That motor like bounces like that.
Let's see if I can do it with my phone.
Probably, Nate. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. I know you're on to the nudist beach scene now, but come on now. What's up, Rusty Rooster? Man, now the stream's going on, we got 21 people. It was slow earlier. Where were y'all always giving something away?
Wow, what do you know? It says the browser has blocked your mic and camera. I'm going, really?
You might wipe out his internet, Mater.
Well, I'm running off of just 4G, so I got.
I'm hardwired out here. Okay, Nate. Yeah, I had a hardwire out here. I'm too far from the house.
Damn.
Look, Mater's. Should we let Mater in the house?
5G's for rich people, old school.
That's actually wanting to try and let me in. I can't believe that. Hang on.
Come on in. Oh, wait, no. We don't want none. Go away.
Done gave it the office.
We already voted no.
Yeah. Go away, Mater. You're getting kicked out of the shop.
All right, bye. See y'all later. Hasta la vista, baby. All right.
Because old school, we know that you're secretly a billionaire. We all know it. Okay, my God.
All right.
All I know is I don't have 5G because I'm not rich.
Right? What am I working on?
Hey, Ed.
Mater might need some work.
I
sure
might.
He's
I
got
don't
a
know.
few screws loose.
I got a lot of screws loose.
What a bed.
They have screwdrivers in the toolbox behind you.
I got a bunch up there.
Hey, Baki.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Brandon.
What's up, Nate? You don't want to have your camera on?
I didn't brush my hair, man. I don't know.
Nah, I should just shave it.
Hey, we got something right here. It'll take care of the hair problem. Just a little bit of. What is it? Let's see.
Little off the top, please.
You want a little bit of top? Okay.
Where's Neil?
Hey,
What?
I told Twisted V Twin that you were live, Brandon.
About time. No, I'm just kidding. Wow, he's late. He's late on his live stream tonight. Usually cuts off about 8 o'clock.
Send it.
He must have been doing. They must have a pretty good live stream tonight.
You had a pretty good panel going. I felt bad saying something, but you need to watch time.
Yeah, I'm 1,200 away.
And I'm doing my
Not bad.
part to help him out right now.
And it's my fault. I shouldn't have deleted my live streams. I was deleting my old live streams, and that was what was hurting me.
Yep. You'd have it right now, probably.
Yep. Did you see that I joined you in the Super Clean team?
I saw that, man. You didn't see? I told you I like a super clean snapper.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, they asked me.
I like my snapper. You know I like my snapper clean, bud.
Right. Hey, it works pretty good. I was going to do a pressure washer, but I was like, most people don't have. Not a lot of people has pressure washers, so see what it looks like after just a water hose.
The trick is, dude, with that stuff, is put it on dry, like whatever you're putting it on.
Yeah.
And then don't let it dry. Like keep applying it for like 15 minutes, like coat after coat after coat, and let it soak. And then after about 15 minutes of letting it soak, you give it a little scrub where you can reach, and then wash it off with cold water.
Yeah. This is pretty decent, but I think this right here is still the best.
That's super clean.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying
you mean that kind?
to me, I didn't think the aerosol worked as good as the liquid, but it did.
You'll be surprised though how long that aerosol can last.
Yeah, this thing is still pretty full. I cleaned my mom's car with it.
Dude, I'm telling you, it lasts forever. Like it'll last you a while. You'll see.
Yeah, and I think I'm like a half a bottle on the spray cleaner after cleaning the snapper.
I didn't get down here fast enough. That way the
So I cleaned this bike.
car wash attendant could get started.
Okay, BW, go win some tools. He's going to that Master Mayhem to win some tools.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wayne, someone offered
See ya.
Someone offered to send me a teleprompter review. What am I going to do with a teleprompter?
You can write your own skits.
Let's see. No, that wouldn't work.
Welcome to Small Engine Saturday Night Live.
You'll never trip over your words again.
Right?
They might still.
You know, I see it all the time in my videos when I edit. Sometimes I'll talk and then I forget what I was saying, and I'm like, and that just happens to me in real life all the time anyway.
I think Mark finally showed up. There's Froggy.
Froggy. Oh, Sue, I appreciate you running that nonstop. And Froggy, you too. And Mater, you too. What's up, Mark?
I've got a hard drive full of videos, and I've not even uploaded any of them. So
What's the holdup?
I got to edit them, and I've gotten busy with paperwork.
So throw the paperwork out and get started on the videos.
Video editing's for rich people.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do the paperwork instead. What about Jerry Springer?
Jerry. Ah, I got you, BW. I do that, you know, small town, I think most of us probably do that. We'll mess up and have to reshoot a part of a video. It happens more than we all like to admit. Sometimes, now guys, y'all are going to probably get mad at me, but sometimes we'll do the project and then take it all back apart just to do the video on it, just so we can do it right for y'all.
I've actually never done a how-to video on a mower repair.
Because you already know how, right?
Possibly.
After you've done the first, 2,500, it's like, oh, okay, I already know what's wrong with them.
I do actually record my teardowns on warranty. When I do like an engine replacement under warranty or something that I'm planning on major failures,
right?
I do kind of like an autopsy video, but I don't upload those.
Okay.
Nate, did you see I'm go-kartless? I sold everything. All my go-karts, all my projects are gone. I'm go-kartless.
Must be nice, but now you're pimping out the pimp van.
It's sad, but you know I can always get more projects.
Easy come, easy go.
Yep.
I mean, how many thousands of those go-karts have they built?
You know what? And I'm sure Nate gets. I know Nate does sometimes. Sometimes people know that you do go-karts and stuff. They'll just contact you and give you it, or sometimes it just happens.
Now you've got the creepy van to drive around to pick up go-karts from, right?
And it smells like old people.
Yeah, I know. I
put
gagged
free,
the door open.
Spray paint free candy on the side of it.
Right?
No, free 10mm sockets.
That may be even creepier.
My mom said she's going to start Brandon Bloopers YouTube. You know the bloopers, the part I edit out a lot is usually I have to edit out my butt crack a lot.
That's something I don't want to see. And I don't think anybody else wants to see that either.
Actually, Ed, we're riding all the way to Ohio with the horse. We're going to Ohio now because that's where the work is. I love to go
apparently Brandon likes shoes.
You know, I wear them sometimes. I started wearing them when I'm working with the lathe because, you know, stepping on these metal shavings don't feel too good in your foot.
I thought your family was from Kentucky.
We are.
Then you shouldn't mind that.
But only my mom's from the eastern part. My dad's from the central part where the racehorse farms are in Paris, Kentucky.
And you know, sometimes men from Kentucky do have to wear shoes. It's more the women that you won't find them with shoes on.
Yeah. Sorry, Craig. We draw the name. The person ain't in the live chat tonight, but hopefully they email me. If they don't email me, we'll redraw next week.
Now you had to be in the live stream to win.
No, that's next live stream.
Oh, but you had to be in the United States. You had to be in continental United States.
Yeah.
He did say you had to have a nice comment, which I think that was just to make sure I don't win.
Oh man, old school. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I have to go to West Virginia. You said stay out of West Virginia, so now I have to come to West Virginia. I'm sorry. It's just what I got to do. I do what opposite of what people tell me to do.
Hey, Brandon, does that mean road trip?
Right?
Road trip.
We got the van. It smells bad, but
as long as you
so
say.
How bad is it when somebody asks you to fix an engine?
What?
You said you do the opposite of whatever anybody asks you to do.
Oh, so what I do is when that happens is I find a hammer. I find a hammer and I find an engine. I take it to the engine block, like get a good hit.
All right, it's fixed.
It's fixed.
I do know a guy who used to fix stuck valves that way.
You know, at one time, that's the way, before I knew better about actually taking the valves out, that was the way I was taught to take something like a brass hammer or something and
tap it out.
Tap it. But obviously, the best way is to actually pull the valve out and clean it.
Yep.
But back in the day when I first started,
actually,
nothing can be, or everything can be fixed with just a bigger hammer.
Right?
Yeah. Actually, an easier way of doing it is putting like a little bit of valve lapping compound, just a little bit, not a lot of it, and put your drill on there and spin the drill, trying to move it up and down.
Wouldn't that be taking the material away from your guy?
That's what I'm saying. Just a little bit, just something enough to.
Okay, Nate. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just enough to where it would get the guide and everything open enough where you get the valve out.
Usually, I can take like brake cleaner and clean them up enough.
I just say fix it with Tannerite.
Tannerite fixes it all. What's up, Josh?
Hey, 50 BMG does the same thing.
That'd be cool, Boneyard. Boneyard says he's thinking about going live on Thursdays. Later, Boneyard.
Well, I know who's not going live tonight.
You got a hotel?
Yeah, I do.
You should have just put your laptop in the bed.
I could have.
Woody Hamby. Why not Georgia? I don't know, because I don't know nobody in Georgia.
I'm afraid they'll run him out of Georgia. They have pitchforks in Georgia.
They got the Falcons. Yeah, and think about it. Now, if y'all been hearing this crap about what's going on with Coca-Cola and everything, about, you got to be less white. And what really got me, someone was saying that, it's, some executive that works for Coke and everything. And she is of the darker persuasion, you could say. And I'm going, really, you're working for a company and you're talking about be less white.
All right, Mater, we better not go too far. Yeah. YouTube's going to take me down.
They better not.
If they will.
Oh, but the only thing I was going to say is like, look how the company got started and where they're at too.
That might be what might have issues with.
Oh, see, it says Rusty says I know Rusty and George. There we go. I'm just gonna move. Well, I'll just pitch a tent in Rusty's backyard.
So you're gonna pitch a tent?
I'm gonna do TV.
Never mind.
You got a van. You just park it down by the river.
That's true.
As long as there's no banjo music.
Da-da-da.
No, that's only in Kentucky.
Does it go for Ohio also?
Probably.
Roger, we don't know yet. Probably between April and May.
It depends on when people run him out, Roger.
Yeah, I think I've already seen people with pitchforks and torches coming after me.
Ugh. No, I ain't leaving. I just go outside because Brandon can't be around cigarette smoke.
I can be around cigarette smoke.
That's fine. I'll light it up here then. Hey,
here, let me turn the gas on first.
I was just trying to be nice, okay? I said I was just trying to be nice, considerate, because I know your health issues.
Wayne, I'm from Kentucky. I'd rather have an L8 in the moon pie or an L8 and some pickled bologna. See, nobody knows on here unless you're from Kentucky about that L8 and pickled bologna. Yeah, Roger, actually, I give, I don't know when he'll ever come down to get it, but I give Justin my Edger, my old engine, and my old push mower that's in the barn, so I can save space in my. Well, I just bought another. Did you hear that, Robert? I bought another trailer for $75. It was a 5x10, and it just needs a floor, and it's one of the heavier little trailers with a 3,800-pound axle.
Cool. You might get it to where they'll let you sit in the van when you leave.
Might put him back there with the rest of the livestock.
I'm going to sell it. I'm trying to wait a little bit closer, Roger, closer to time. But I'm gonna sell the shed closer to time. Old school, nobody would give me a good offer on my farm out here, so I'm just gonna load it on my trailer. I got a 16-foot trailer. I'm just gonna load it on my trailer and take it.
I think you should just drive it to Ohio.
That would make it cool. I think I get a lot of YouTube videos for that, or views for that.
Yeah.
Maybe even a TV show or a movie.
Yeah, remember that one guy he wasn't getting on his riding lawnmower?
Yeah, the straight story.
Yeah. His brother wind up dying or was dying and everything, so the guy didn't have a driver's license. The only thing he had was a riding lawnmower. He literally rode that cross country to go see his brother that was dying.
Yeah, the guy who drive a riding lawnmower right here.
All right, that'd be cool, old school. And I could use. There's a lot of more tractor shows in Ohio and Kentucky than there is here in Texas. We got some cool ones, but there ain't many of them. Yeah. There's one or two tractor shows. There's really not much tractor shows in Texas.
And there's a auction place by me that they sell tractors all the time. Man, I can go there. I can pick up a Ford. Some of them older Ford tractors, like an 8N or 9N, I can pick them up for like $1,000, $1,200.
I'm not a fan of those tractors.
Everybody's got their own choice.
Well, I'm a Ford guy, but I'm not a fan of the Ford 8Ns or 9Ns. To me, I think they go too fast in first gear.
Well, you'll probably like that Ford 4000 I had then. Little 4-cylinder diesel.
Yeah.
That thing, that was nice.
Yeah, that'd be different. But the 9N and the 8Ns, they went too fast. Like if you're shredding some big, tall field, that's overgrown field, and you're going really fast in first gear, We done it without 1A. It was just bogged down.
Well, see, the 8Ns and 9Ns, they were all what, gas engines? Well, see, that 4000 I had, it was that 4-cylinder diesel. So put it in first gear, it had no problem.
Yeah, I don't know, Robert. I don't know if I'd vouch for him either. That guy, that BS small engine guy, crazy guy.
That's definitely a loose nut behind the wheel.
Tractor Club has to have standards, Brandon.
Fine, I'll just start my own.
Oh, they charge. Their standards got lower.
Oh, $22 a year. Actually, that's not a bad price. I think that's about what the one here charges.
Well, that's for rich people.
Right? Sometimes tractor shows are for rich people. It can get costly sometimes getting ready for the tractor show.
I haven't been to a tractor show in years.
I love
those are all during spring and summer.
The smell of the old tractors and stuff running and sounds. I love tractor shows.
Yeah, I was wanting to come down that one you went to last year, but
yeah, look. See all those badges right there?
Yeah.
That's all the years that show, actually -1 as an exhibitor.
Yeah, like I said, that one you went to last year you were telling me about.
Yeah.
I was wanting to go to it, but the ministry had something else going on that day, so nope, can't do that. Plus, we also had a funeral ride we had to do the same day.
You see this, Robert?
Yes, I do warranty work for Briggs, Kohler, Kawasaki, Bobcat, Hustler, Husqvarna, Cub, MTD, all those.
My dog wants to eat Mater. That's why she's barking.
Let the dog bite him.
Hey,
she only likes me.
I might bite back. See you, Frank.
Hey, Frank. Old school, you sure you want me in your tractor club? Because you don't like Farmall. You're all about that John Deere, the religion, that corpse.
Oh, that green and yellow paint?
Yeah.
John Deere's not a mower company. It's a religion. They have tithes and everything.
Yeah, you don't pay for a tractor. You pay for that green and yellow paint.
Yeah, it's a major problem. Most of them seem to get out of warranty, but we see a lot of compression releases go out, especially on the single-cylinder intake.
Yeah. You know what I've seen a few of is on the V-Twin. The V-Twin intakes, I've had a few come in here with governor issues.
Yeah, a lot of times the governor will break and tear up even the cam on those. But
yeah.
Well, so you get along good with the president.
He probably goes to Evansville, old school. There's a lot of shows in Evansville, Indiana.
Actually, it's a lot of the shows are in Posey County because of they built tractors there.
Really?
Yeah. The Keck Groneman factory has they used to build a lot of tractors. Plus, they actually built the tractor for Sears for a long time.
What's crazy is you had one company that built tractors here on one side, and then over in Kentucky, they had a factory that made the Farmall Cubs and the Cub Cadets back in the day.
Now, Evansville did build something kind of weird. They built a Sears pickup truck.
Wow.
A Sears pickup truck?
Yeah, I've only seen one in my lifetime.
I think
it was in the
1920s. They had a garden tractor company. I think it was called Hans.
Yeah, it became Toro.
Hey, Robert, what did they use for an engine and drivetrain on that truck?
They built the engines and everything in Evansville. It was in the 1920s.
Wow. Talking about way, way old school there.
Yeah, my uncle owns the old factory and has a car collection there. And one of the things he searched forever for was a Sears and Roebuck pickup truck.
Is that the one the guys from American Pickers went to?
Not that I know of. He's an eccentric man. He owns a chrome factory, but where he chrome plated engines and stuff for years.
Right.
But he's a big classic car guy. My Classic Car. He's on that show a lot because he's friends with that guy.
Oh, the guy with the mustache and everything?
Yeah, he's from Evansville. Yeah. And that's where he got started, was technically a distant relative of mine. It's actually my mom's uncle.
Okay. The reason I was asking, because I like watching, that that show on History Channel. And those guys, they wound up having to go to a and get me started now. They went to this guy. He had a bunch of classic cars and everything, but he was having to close the building down because the city had it condemned. But he also had a bunch of the old boats and everything.
I think they just too fast and first. I think they're other than them going fast and first, they're decent tractors, but just fast and reverse. It makes you want to ride the clutch, but you know better than riding the clutch.
Shaggy's back.
Hi, Shaggy. Oh yeah, these. If you're talking about those 30-inch Turf Masters, that is like I get a few a year that I do the transmission replacement on. They're terrible on transmissions.
Are they?
Yeah.
So
they look like almost like a push mower with like a big deck.
Right. Oh yeah. So it's got where that blade and everything is out front and everything.
No, it's two blades, or it's two blades.
Okay.
It looks like a push mower with a big engine, or with the. It just looks like a push mower with a big.
So what makes them go bad?
Poor design, I guess.
So in other words, stay away from them.
I mean, they might not be bad for like a personal use, but someone that's mowing yards, that's doing like 10 yards or 15 yards a day or more, yeah, I would stay away from them.
I know a while back there was a junkyard, and I walked in there one time. They had a couple of one of those zero turn, actually a couple of zero turn mowers that had the handles and everything doing like this with the engine in the back. And what surprised me, both of them were diesel engines.
Yeah,
and they were just sitting there. Didn't look like there was anything wrong.
Well, Shaggy, one thing I can give props to is Toro still makes the parts for the old wheel horses, so I have to give them props for that. Not a lot of companies will keep making parts for some of the old machines.
They have to make the wheel horses last because it's the only Toro mower worth owning.
Yeah.
Brandon's getting that big YouTube money soon, Devin, so I'm sure it's going to be Snap-on.
Right? No, mostly it's Amazon, pawn shops, because I got some yard sales, auctions. Not as much yard sales here. I guess because it's a military town. Most of the yard sales here is like baby clothes. I hate that.
You can't fit into them anymore.
I know. I can't fit into them anymore. Are the kids okay, Mom? Did they get the kids out of there?
Damn.
That's the fair that my sister just took the kids.
Where's the fair at?
Off the highway.
So I passed it coming in?
Yeah.
No.
See, old school, there's not many John Deere dealerships that didn't do that. You have to order the parts.
Well, it gets kind of hard to stock parts for older
Yeah.
stuff because it doesn't sell very fast.
Yeah, Brandon almost, we're going to say, he almost didn't start the live stream right away tonight because there was a fire going across the road and everything. It's like we were about ready to hop on the bike over there with the.
We're going to see a fire.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Take the graham crackers, some chocolate, some marshmallows. Go, hey, let's go have some s'mores.
You know, that's a brand new neighborhood, too. That neighborhood's brand new. And the house is already burnt down.
And you said it's what, second time that's happened over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see the.
Makes you want to buy a house there, doesn't it?
And you know what it is? And I think it's they put them up, these new houses, they put them up so quick, they're poorly designed.
Hey, I'm guaranteeing one thing. After tonight, you can probably get a hot deal on one. Yeah, you can probably get a good hot deal on a used house.
Is everybody okay?
He's checking on to see what's going on over there.
He's pretending to like his sister.
Hey, I'd be worried too about going, something like that happening over there.
I've got a twin brother I call a sister all the time. I understand.
That's unfortunate for me. I'm an only child, so I don't have that luxury of having siblings. My mom was the same way.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure it's always a luxury to have siblings. That just means somebody to come ask for money.
Yeah. The only drawback to having siblings, especially if you're, the youngest one, is being a guy and all your siblings are all females. And you have to worry about hand-me-downs. That'd be the only thing I'd have to worry about.
Well, I'm the youngest, but only by 2 minutes. So not much as far as hand-me-downs.
Yeah. Now, my dad, on the other hand, he was the youngest out of 6. The oldest one, I think she was like not even 2 years old when she passed away. They said crib death. Of course, that was back in the early 1900s. So at that time, they didn't really know what was going on. But, my dad, he was the baby of the family, but yet he was the first one to pass away. And then I think about 3 years ago, my Uncle Ed, he was the last one. He actually passed away. But I did get a chance to tell him something that he never knew about. Anybody on here ever keep up with military stuff? Like especially World War II?
I grew up watching the History Channel because anytime we had cable, that was what my dad was addicted to. So.
Well, you remember Flight 19?
No.
That was those 5 T-beam Avengers that disappeared, supposedly in the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this one guy, he heard about a T-beam Avenger being out there in the area. So he got everything together and he went out and he found 5 T-beam Avengers sitting on the floor of the ocean. So I was like, could this be Flight 19? And anyways, he got with an expert. So they went in a submarine down there. And the first couple of planes, the identification was all destroyed where they couldn't get any information on it. They came up on another one and it said, FT-19 on it and had all the identification markings. They said, nope, You know, this one went down. It went down like 46 or something like that. Anyways, I was talking to my uncle later on, and he was saying that, yeah, he was in a TBM Avenger. It went down in 46 on a training mission. And I said, oh, really? He goes, yep, it was Foxtrot 19. I'm going, I tell my uncle, says, oh, Uncle Ed, I know where your plane is at. I've seen the plane you bailed out of. He was surprised that it actually been found.
Yes, I watched the History Channel back in the 90s, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been when History Channel actually broadcast history.
Right.
I actually liked the History Channel back then.
Yep.
That's how I knew. I used to watch a lot of. I still watch a lot of documentaries and stuff.
Well, you
on companies and stuff.
There was that other channel, Discovery. You had Discovery Wings, and it was nothing but airplanes, and they weren't going to the military channel. Now I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Cable's for rich guys, so
right.
We only had it for a short time when I was a kid. And I had a full-time job, so I didn't exactly get to watch that much TV. So 13 on in my family, you got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do do some motor rebuilds, but not that often. Most of the time, it's half the cost of a new engine.
Yeah.
When I'm backed up. So I did see your boring bar. I've got essentially 2 boring bars right now and a mill, so I do have all the stuff to do one.
So they stood in line for 2 hours to get into the fair, and that's when the shooting happened. After they got the tickets, spent $150 and wristbands and stuff, and they won't give refunds or nothing.
What?
And it's that Crabtree Amusements that does all the fairs here in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not going. Did they? They didn't get in.
They got in, and then the shootings happened, and everybody came running out.
And they won't do a refund on it.
Nope.
That is that is pucked up.
Yeah.
People will forget about it by the time they have another fair anyway.
They catch the person that did it?
I don't know. My sister said it's a bunch of teenagers there, and a lot of the shootings and stuff that's been happening around Cleveland here lately has been a bunch of young teenagers, and it's been a lot lately.
Apparently, the kids in Texas are getting mean.
No, this town's always been bad. This town's always been known for killings and stuff. This town it's not like super big. It's a military town, but it ranks up there with Dallas and Houston when it comes to crime. If you look at the crime chart, we topped that list with them.
And what was it?
Well, I'm talking about like carjackings and
yeah.
Yeah, but remember years ago when that guy over here at the base and everything, he went ballistic and started shooting people?
Well, up here at the dollar store, someone stayed out, camped in there all night long until the people got there and shot him.
Damn.
My God, just gonna break his teeth so you don't think he's rich. Yeah, small town. Most of the engines I rebuild these days are the old engines. It's usually the only engines I usually rebuild these days. Is if someone brings in like an old garden tractor, and that ain't even that often. It's very rare.
And that's okay, Mike. I already know you are rich. Too late.
Man, don't you talk about my business part like that. Don't you know we're going to make the biggest shop in Ohio? Massive.
I'll bring you some fuzzy dice. That way you can hang up on it. You can put the fuzzy dice on his lathe. First thing he's got to get put up, he's got to get a mirrored ball, some disco lights going.
In fact, there's people online that seem to think I'm rich.
Right? I don't know where they get that idea. I mean, it may be the auctions. Auctions are for rich people, Robert.
I have actually been to an auction in the last month.
I haven't been to an auction over a year. These people got crazy with prices. They run the prices up so high that it's just not even worth it anymore for me.
I bought one of the Swag off-road press brakes for $50 at an auction.
Oh, that's a good deal.
This month. Trying to think, did I buy anything else? No, that's the only thing I bought this year.
See what your mom put on there?
Yeah, the forehead shooter was a mental doctor.
Yeah.
Yes, the Argo is at a fiberglass shop getting the plastic redone on it, or getting fixed up on it. And I got the engine, the carburetor rebuilt on it, and a clutch for it. I'm just waiting for it to come back. This is true, small town. You're right.
Yeah, the only way you're getting a good deal on equipment auctions is one of those auctions where, like around here, they'll have them where you have to be a business to go. Those are awesome auctions.
Yeah.
The other ones are if it's too big for anybody to move or something that nobody knows what it is, you can get a good deal.
Yeah, that's why you usually can get the good deal on the big mills because people can't move them.
Yeah. Well, I bought a saw sharpening shop that does like hand saws. We bought the entire thing for $20.
Oh wow!
It did. I've got the retoothers, the sharpeners, all of it, $20.
Damn, that's cheap enough.
And it's all because nobody knew what it was.
Yeah, you're right. Most of them's gone to online here too, small town, and yeah, it's crazy. Used to be able to buy a box of tools for like $10. Now people are running it up to $150, $200. Yeah, it was cool.
Hey, Patrick's in the house.
What's up, Patrick?
Yeah, when I bought my finger brake, it was online. It was just somebody had labeled it as a vise. So nobody seemed to know what it was.
I actually paid $30 for my vise, which was cheap because all the other vices at auction was getting ran up really, really high.
Yeah, the only way you get really good deals is if people don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, or they're not paying attention, and you do something weird. Like if you want something cheap, bid immediately. It confuses people. We bought a table saw, a cabinet maker's table saw for $300 because everybody was confused.
Yeah.
By not letting it go up and then come back down.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, old school?
Not much.
Or Larry. Should we call you? I don't know if we should call him Jar Jar or Larry. I'm just going to keep calling you old school.
That's what most people on YouTube calls me.
Hey, Brandon, your mom bought you some supplies so she can kick you out of the house.
It sounds about right.
Furnace.
Yeah, Robert, if I'd known about that Boy Scouts yard sale, she and I would have been fighting over some of that stuff that was there.
All right. We'll just keep you off for now. We're doing some remodeling in the shop and selective power.
Always happy to help you, Lisa.
Hey, it does look like you got more lighting in there now, old school.
Yeah. We put in 2 more overhead lights, which I got on sale. And one thing I'm real proud of. Let me check to see if I have that on. Yes, I do. I got new workbench lighting.
Awesome.
All right.
So, and plus the lathe and the air compressor are off 3-phase electricity. They're on single phase now.
Good.
I just need to wire the lathe up for single phase and then it's set.
So are you losing much power from your motors by switching it down to a single phase in motor?
Actually, I'm getting more power out of them.
Really?
Yeah. Since I got rid of the 3 phases and one of my customers gave me 2 single phase motors, I can now run that single phase down in there, and I do believe it's a little bit more power than what my original 1-horse was that was on there. This is a solid 3-horse electric, and the one on the air compressor went from a 3-phase 2-horse to a 5-horse single phase.
That'll work.
So
Somebody needs to convert a lathe to a gerbil wheel.
if I could, I would convert my lathe to run off my garden tractor.
You can.
This one in particular.
You know, that'd be a good idea. You can actually do that, though.
Yeah, but I got to get a coil for it because.
Well, yeah, a lot of the old machine shops had the old stationary engine.
Yeah,
the drive shaft through the shop.
Yeah,
I actually have one of those in the back.
I had
blacksmith shop.
Yeah, I used to have where my blow torches sit now. I used to have a Stover coffin top run the lathe.
I even have
popped it. It took my knuckles off the welding bench, so I got rid of that and switched it to electric.
I actually even have one of the motors to drive one of those belt systems.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you watch the Lance video, I helped install one of those. Me and Roger's Fix-It Barn helped Justin install one of those in a blacksmith shop.
Yeah, the overhead belt systems.
Yep.
Yes. Cool. My wife and I would keep talking about tearing the roof out of the old blacksmith shop because it has too many holes and it's dangerous to work back there.
Yeah.
Ripping down the walls, putting a metal roof up, and all the belt system back up, and putting a forge back there.
What I plan on doing next is on the list is the ceiling. As you can see, there's boards from me punching holes in, but the shop was owned by my great-grandfather, and I'm afraid that the ceiling is made of material that has asbestos in it. Yeah. So I want to replace the ceiling and get the compressor head redone on the compressor.
I hear asbestos is really good for your lungs.
Very.
Same here.
Really healthy.
Yeah. So I plan on doing that and definitely updating the windows because all my single panes are frosted, faded, and broken.
I bet it has some of that good tasting lead paint.
Yep.
No, that'd be the workbench doors over here.
So we're going to go do
Make sure you look
IGs? You going to do IGs on the windows?
No, I'm just going to have the glass redone. Since these are original to the building, and I can't find any place that will sell me a more energy efficient window that swings open, because I love the fact that it can swing open, because during a rainstorm I can have them open and get some fresh air through here. But since I can't find any windows that are more energy efficient to do that, I'm just going to run my single panes and just clean them up and redo them.
There's places down here that do that all the time.
I can't find no place up here. And also I'm going to have a exhaust extraction system put in so I can fire up the tractors. And when we get to it, the rally car, I'll be able to do tuning in here with it running.
Oh, come on. You don't want to breathe the fumes like a man?
This one will kill you. This one kills you.
Window openings, though. Your window openings, how big are they?
They are 3x4, 3 foot tall, 4 foot wide.
That wouldn't be all that hard to get some IGs to go in there that would be double opening.
Well, I'd have to look more into the budget for it.
I mean, what budget have you got?
So far, we're looking at somewhere around $7,000.
If you take out the air system and just breathe the smoke like a man.
Like a man. I'll put the beer in your chest.
It's more for the girlfriend's sake. She's sick and tired of me running the engines in here, tuning, and she's just like, "Yo, you're gonna end up killing me and you and some people in this garage."
Yeah, Robert, he probably don't want hair on his girlfriend's chest.
Hey, let me.
No, dear God, no.
Hey, let me do some checking on that and
We
find out
go.
on my end. Is that Miguel? But
Plus, I'm thinking also, since we're starting to do more and more car stuff,
right,
and more restorations than I like to, we might be considering a building being built beside the shop, and we're going to use that as our paint booth.
Yeah,
because that's where most of the money is going to go into doing paint booths. Because a lot of my buddies have seen the recent Sears Suburban restore, and they're like, okay, we're going to have him restore every tractor in freaking Pittsburgh and see if he can do a couple cars.
Yeah. Because I spent 10 years in the glass industry, so I mean, Benswanger Glass was one of the biggest customers that we had, and I mean, I could, I still got the connections with them, and I mean, I can make some phone calls, and I mean, like, how many windows are you talking about you want to have done like that?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
6 of them?
Yeah.
So now, do you want it where it's 2 windows that open out like this, or how do you want them?
Mine swing out like that.
Okay. So you want it to where it'll be closed at the bottom and then swing out. So do you want it where it's a piece here and then the bottom piece will swing out?
These windows, there's like one section of the bottom that stays still, and the top section swings out.
Okay, yeah, okay. So it's the bottom that's solid and the top will swing. Yeah, I know. I've seen those.
Let me see if I can crawl up here. And by the way, this thing will kill you too. We don't like running this with the windows shut.
Oh, it's good for you.
Yeah.
What is that?
Hair on your chest.
There we are.
Onion.
Here we are.
Yep.
Patrick, you just in
Swings
case
out
somebody
like that.
actually does take me seriously, if you take anything I say seriously on one of these chats,
That's about
as
all
far
the
as that,
windows and plus some insulating. We
beyond
need
help.
insulating in this building like you
Right.
wouldn't believe.
Right. So that's what I mean when I say IG. It's or IGU. It's an insulated glass unit. In other words, it's a double pane. You've got that like usually about 3/8 to 1/2 inch space in between that helps insulate.
Okay.
Because he's old school. That's why he has old school windows. Because he's old school.
Well, it's more the fact that I'm known for the vintage tractors and engines I've worked on.
It's because of the windows.
In the building. And
There
the
you go.
tools.
Yeah, old school. If you want, I can do some checking on that, see what I can come up with as far as.
If you don't mind it, that'd be great.
No, I don't mind. I mean, hey, you gotta stick around for the YouTube community to help each other out.
Yeah, and then I could call up Neil and say, hey, Neil, I need help removing windows.
He'll show up in a maintenance mobile. He'll probably show up in a Kia.
Yeah, and then I can show him what a real man's V8 sounds like.
Hey, Brandon, I got an idea.
Just run it indoors with no exhaust. Man's V8.
Hey, I can always put that.
This has no exhaust at the moment.
And hey, tell you what Brandon I'll do is I'll get my receiver hitch put on my trike and everything. I'll come over, hook up to that little 5x9 tractor, the trailer he's got. We'll load everything up and come up there and install it for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
My God says to buy a gas mask.
No, we're not saying anything is a man's ponytail, Shaggy.
Okay, if we're gonna get into ponytails, but I did get it cut. Look at that, Brandon. It's cut.
Careful.
See,
Did he get shot?
No,
Did you have flashbacks of Chicago?
it was amusing.
Brandon's the reason why we don't run motors in the enclosed building.
So we waited an hour and a half to get in there. Right. We got in there.
And also,
and then
a lot of people are going to cringe. If any electricians are in the chat, please avert your eyes. I want to get all of this redone.
Oh, it looks fine.
You want to see my electric? Here, I'll take a picture of my electric.
Oh.
I'll definitely cringe.
There's how old my electric is.
Oh,
wait, no pennies?
No.
You remove those and stick pennies there.
No, girlfriend got ticked when I did that yesterday. And we have these.
Oh, your girlfriend's no fun.
No, she's more of the voice of reasoning.
What's my electric?
Need to get rid of her.
No, I love her too much. See, look, yours is more updated than mine. I mean, I'm afraid to pull this massive switch every time we have to do something electrical in this shop. Because there's been times where he pulled it with everything off and the cover has popped off. Just from the amp disconnecting.
I've actually got bus bars. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
That's what I was going to ask if he had those in that.
Old bus bars.
Bus bars are pure, like, entire bars of copper.
Oh. No.
I actually have those in my shop. We've got that much current coming into the building. I think my breaker box is like 1,000 amps for my first breaker box.
If I could read that old freaking tag. This is a 300 amp main fuse panel set up for single to 3-phase. Maximum horsepower is 10 horsepower electric motors. That's what the box is reading.
Two-stick.
I'm in an old store, and they use whatever they had left. They have my sub boxes are 250 amps.
Ooh.
Are my sub panels.
Yeah.
They pulled it out of some factory. The amount of current running through this building is scary.
Just my lathe alone, I have a 30 amp and this big massive one for the air compressor is 100 amp 3-phase. And it's
Robert,
controlling my air compressor.
The insurance company, you don't see his electric box when they come.
Okay, I didn't hear that one over the furnace.
I said, Robert, just make sure the insurance company don't see it when they come.
Oh, actually, they were quite impressed. Really? They didn't understand what it was, but they were impressed that I had all my electric boxes have lights above them that aren't wired to that electric box, because he didn't understand how I had 4 250 amp services in the building. But
my insurance company is happy that there's at least a fire extinguisher near all the electrical stuff.
You want to make an insurance company happy, show fire extinguishers and a flammable cabinet, and they will leave you alone for everything else.
Well, granted, my insurance, the guy that comes and deals with my insurance and comes and inspect the shop is also one of my best customers.
If they come and inspect my shop, they wouldn't give me insurance.
Oh.
That's
a problem, Brandon.
It actually wouldn't be a shocker. But safety inspections are no joke, though.
Yeah.
Be nice to the safety inspector. I think didn't some YouTube small engine guy get busted by that recently?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
by
know.
The safety inspector? I thought somebody made a video where they got busted by that.
I think I should go shut the power off to the lathe again.
Is it smoking?
No.
I can't see what that is.
This is a
y'all missed the fire.
the electrical panel
Yeah.
that controls the lathe.
We went out on the building.
I just pushed the reset button and it fell off.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just lick your fingers
I'll go there.
and stick it on the exposed wiring, and it'll spin, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I approve of that message.
Okay, I may be the young guy here, but I'm not the dumbest guy. Which way is it?
You know, when I was younger, I had this mini bike, and the kill switch was broke. So I asked my uncle,
Okay, yeah.
how do I kill the engine? How do I kill the engine? He said, I'll just reach down there and grab the spark plug wire and pull it.
All right, I have a one of my cousins. He's starting to get into the small engine field. So he came down here and asked me if I could teach him some stuff about small engines. I told him, well, I will, but under one condition. Do not question my methods. So, one of the first motors I was teaching him on was my old 5S Briggs & Stratton, which is sitting right here.
I'm giving mine on the edger to Justin.
But he asked me, so how do you tell if it's got spark? I said, well, this is an older motor, so I can't use the spark testers. What you do is hold the spark plug wire as you rip on it. He held that sucker tight, and he got zapped at least 7 times.
When I was younger, we had this absolutely stunning girl that used to ride four-wheelers and ATVs with us, and she had this bad habit of not putting gas in it. You know, there's always that know-it-all dude that always says it's a spark plug or spark. We used to get him because he wouldn't act like a wuss in front of her to put his finger on the spark plug and hold it or the wire against his finger until he yelled. And I crank it until he screamed. He did that like 10 times and I knew it was always out of gas because the girl never filled her gas tank up.
See, at least my girl has the common sense. When we go riding, the first thing she does is check oil and fuel.
I halfway wonder all these years later because I still know her and I need to ask. He's actually even a customer of ours. Did she do it on purpose?
Just to see him get zapped.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
I would not doubt it. I need to ask her sometime when I run into her.
And by the way, Brandon, you should really get yourself a real man's lathe.
I will when I get a shop with a bigger shop. They're cheap in Ohio. There's plenty of them in Ohio. I was looking at the Craigslist and the Facebook there.
There won't be any cheap ones when you move there.
Probably so. There probably won't be any.
Like, yeah, I'll buy them all up.
I could have got a lathe my size with a lot more tooling for $700 up there. I saw in the marketplace.
Actually, one of your largest equipment auction houses is in Ohio for like lathes, mills, tooling, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a big,
they actually burn more through that than anybody else.
There's a farm auction that's about 30 minutes away from me that does some once in a while I have machining equipment, but I usually go there for the garden tractors.
Well, there's a company, I think it's actually somewhere around Dayton, that does all of your big machine auctions. I go to some of their stuff. I'm trying to remember what their name is. But they actually, I mean, like if you're wanting cabinets or large lathes and mills, that's the place to go get them cheap.
Yeah, I think I'll eventually get another lathe, a bigger one, eventually. But I really want to get a mill first.
Yeah, I need to get a milling machine, but the problem is, where do I put it? My neighbor, he has a Bridgeport milling machine that still has the Cosmoline on it. I want to see about getting it off him. And
good luck. That thing's worth a fortune.
Well, The beauty is, well, I'm not sure if it's a beauty or not, but the dude can't hardly walk. The Bridgeport is buried deep into his garage along with 2 other Maytags and a Stover hit and miss I want to get my hands on.
Just be honest with him at least.
I always am. He's my neighbor. His son-in-law was my diesel teacher in high school.
We recently did that with someone that didn't know what they had on Facebook. They had some of those old Western Flyer bikes. They're really, really expensive. And they had them for $60.
That disc set and that plow set, I got off a guy. He didn't know what they were worth. I got them for like dirt cheap, and I kind of feel bad about it. And I mailed him some extra money. I was like, dude, I feel bad. I kind of cheated you on the price.
My view is if they come to you, you correct them once, and after that, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Same as what I feel at auctions. I bought a Bridgeport surface grinder for $50 at an auction. Auctions I don't feel bad about. You know, they advertise it. You know, that's the auction house's fault.
Yep.
But a guy walks in off the street and I'll tell him the truth once, and then I'll take it.
Yeah. At our auctions, guys will literally bid you up on stupid stuff that they're not even interested in.
Yeah.
Like the Sears, when I bought it, the tractor, I even said openly, because the auctioneer knows me, because I'm always out there buying different engines and tractors and flipping and selling. He said, honestly, how much do you think that one tractor is worth? I need a starting bid. How much do you think it's worth? I looked at it and said, started off at 70 because it needs a lot of work. The hood was cracked on it. And it's a fiberglass hood. I said, start on 70 and let's see where it goes. And I'm going to bid on it too, so I'm not going to lowball you. One, I'm going to say he's probably from the other side of the border. He was speaking broken English, and he ran me up to around $300 on it. And I looked up and said, dude, the tractor's not even worth $300. I got the tractor for $300.01. Dude he wasn't even interested. He just bid me up just for the fun of it.
Should have let him have it.
Yep.
No. I wanted that tractor.
Then it was worth $300.
Yeah.
Not in the state it was in.
I mean,
paid it.
Look at that 110. I put almost $1,000 into it and never put it back together. Over $1,000 into it. And you know, and I know 110 ain't worth that.
Up here, 110s are worth a good amount of money.
Well, maybe I should just load it on the trailer and take it with me then.
Yeah, you could have taken it out to the tractor auction and made some money.
See, I'm actually known for I'm never willing to pay even a fraction of the cost of anything at an auction. But we get it because we take it, when we go to an auction, we bid it early and we own that product. You know, you don't let it go and you don't give them any hint that you're going to let it go. So
we're known in our area, we're known for knowing what the vintage tractors are worth and not stopping until we get it.
The other thing is always pay cash at an auction.
That's the only way the auction house takes it.
What do you think, Mater? Go on another half hour?
That's up to you. It's your live stream.
We'll go on another half hour since we got over here.
All right.
And I'm trying to put this damn cover back on the lathe.
Right now, get my nose running.
I know. That's why I don't want to do it much longer than that. It's starting to.
And you ain't got no heater out here.
Well.
And I ain't gonna get no
heaters are for rich people.
So what you saying?
And people that don't live
rich?
in Texas. Yeah, they're for rich people. In a shop.
That's like having air conditioning in the shop.
Oh, that's just wrong. That's for wusses.
I'm underground. My shop is mostly underground, so what's my excuse? I got that Mother Nature's air conditioning.
Well, see, that's okay up north, but in Texas,
yeah. That's why I don't mind. You know, that's the problem I got on the bike. Is I got the AC works perfect in the winter, and the heat works good in the summer.
Next, you're gonna say people need those sissy grip handles.
What are those?
Huh.
Brandon's got a sissy grip, doesn't he? Don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what?
Hey,
I'm gonna turn off the mic.
Hit that thing harder.
Take a hammer to it.
Get a bigger hammer.
Well, you don't know what a sissy grip handle is?
No.
The padded handles for ratchets.
Oh, yeah. Now I know. Yep, I know. No, I don't have any of those.
I know you gave.
I'm a man.
You gave them all to me.
You know, I have B-word mittens up there, but I barely wear them. I wear them when I'm dealing with grease, and that's about it.
I can't seem to ever remember to put those on because I'm more of an older generation, I guess. I worked at a younger, a long time ago. So I have a hard time getting used to gloves.
I can't. I don't like. I like to be able to feel the parts that I'm working with. I don't know. It's just something. I don't like gloves.
I don't either. I mean, Brandon, what do you see all over my hands right now?
You know, I know that the gas and stuff soaking in your skin probably ain't good, but I ain't dead yet, so.
I figure you gotta die of something. I choose cancer.
Right. It's usually people that don't work. There's a lot of people that don't work that gets cancer, so obviously it ain't.
Oh, my dad used to wash his hands in benzene, which is obviously cancerous. They don't even allow you to buy that stuff anymore. He's gonna die of heart disease, so what the hell?
Yeah, right. I remember when we was kids helping paint fences, they always washed their hands off in gasoline.
Oh, gasoline is good compared to some of the stuff he used to use.
Yeah. Turpentine.
You're right. It needed a hammer. I had to get
And
the
he
6
smoked
pound
like 3 packs a day most of his life, and he's going to die of probably heart disease.
heart
Not
disease
cancer.
or lung cancer.
No, I always thought cancer because he used to rebuild plants where they had like mustard gas as one of the byproducts.
Oh, those are lovely to work in.
And all this caustic chemical, half the place has died of cancer. He's living fine.
Kind of hurt my hand on that one.
What do you want to
Need
do?
a bigger hammer.
For?
I used the biggest hammer we have in the shop.
Oh, does he even use the good break clean, the stuff that they're not allowed to sell in some states, Mike?
The chlorinated or the not chlorinated?
My question, old school, is did that hurt when you hit your hand?
Just run the thumb.
Well, if it didn't hurt that much, do it again. That way it will hurt.
Well, I just go and get the scalpel out and cut it and be a real man.
Yeah, you can.
When I was growing up in the shop, we actually had a can of gasoline that the guys in the shop would use to put their cigarettes out in. They'd actually have a can sitting out there full of gasoline to put their cigarettes out in. They had a bottle of benzene that they'd use to wash their hands, and they weren't trying to be.
That's what this is for.
I'll do that, Lisa.
And they used a map gas torch to light their cigarettes.
Oh, come on. Use the oxyacetylene. There's been times
oxyacetylene costs too much.
There's been times where me and the girlfriend would be out here working in a double shift, and we would end up cooking dinner on the oxyacetylene torches.
Y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Or
I have actually
or the
ate marshmallows roasted on an oxyacetylene tank. I don't think that's kosher, but
well, Let's see. We've cooked burritos, a full steak dinner, and chicken out here on the oxyacetylines. We joke and say that's part of the shop diet.
Yeah.
I got a forge up here. I could probably put a burrito in the forge.
I'm actually working on building a furnace to do metal casting.
I'm gonna get both of those Coleman 2-burner stoves out, and I'll go on a live stream and I'll cook some dinner with both of them. And it won't be spaghetti, according to some guy up in Chicago area.
Anybody from Chicago should not be allowed in the stream.
Here, let me get the old stove out.
This is the moment Ed or Jehu pops in.
Yeah.
Hey, wait! Angel was just standing right here. He's from Chicago. He was from.
It's been a while since we used it, but we have a little stove that we cook with.
Is that propane? Yeah.
Hang on, if I can get it on film.
Right.
It's natural gas. If anyone could tell me any information on this, I'd be grateful.
Cast iron?
Cast iron.
Well, you want some information about it? It's cast iron. It's old.
It's older than me and my grandfather. That's all I know.
Hey, I agree with Brandon. It cooks food.
Yes, it does.
So there you got some information about it.
What do you
Probably not as fast as the acetylene torch.
The acetylene torch is a lot better.
Yep.
It also gives it a very unique flavor.
Personally, I've never tried cooking with a salamander using diesel fuel, but
we've cooked on diesel, but not using diesel fuel. We used the motor. Had a coolant issue on a Kubota BX23, and we ended up cooking dinner on the block.
Wow.
I did see a guy use a coal forge to cook a pizza, but I wasn't willing to eat it. So
I give him props.
I'll be honest, I was not man enough to eat that.
I mean, anybody who's in a blacksmith shop with a coal forge, that's pretty nasty at times.
Yeah, that's just extra minerals you're getting.
Flavor.
Yeah. In fact, there's let's see, some of the trips me and the girlfriend have been on in the Bronco, we ended up cooking sandwiches over the motor block.
My grandpa
used to cook using coal forges or cooking steak in front of a salamander. Either one of them don't sound appetizing.
No.
I guess if he was hungry enough.
God dang, it's empty again.
You got a hole in the bottom of it?
No. There's a hole in the top of it.
Well, quit letting it all spill out.
A lot of my or the people I deal with anymore, the sales rep and all that, think I'm joking when I'll say some stupid crap about like washing your hands in benzene or using gasoline to put cigarettes out. But that was literally the shop I grew up in. This guy's doing that shit. I was the wuss, even with my joking today in that shop.
I've seen a guy put a cigarette out in some gasoline before. And he got it right, and hit it real fast and everything. Boom, it went out.
Well, there was a thing of gasoline on a table for people to put cigarettes out in our shop for years.
His brother was cooking tater tots.
All I see is Mater. My eyes think they're good. I see Mater. He's still with you, Mater.
You want my glasses? I can read it better than you can from here.
No, I've seen it's a tater.
Here, you want to use my thick Coke bottles?
Hey, get them.
You know, I still do some risky stuff that people probably wouldn't do. And people call me out on it sometimes. Sometimes you're in a hurry. You just try to get the job done quick.
Oh, I'm not even talking on that. I've jumped this car twice.
You trying to be Dukes of Hazzard?
No, I was actually rally racing. This car here has been rally racing 3 times, and it's won 2 of those.
What'd you do? Get about 2 inches?
No. I got a solid foot off the ground, and when I landed, I had to change my drawers afterwards.
The song, it was Dukes of Hazzard song, was just playing in the back of his mind. This is some good old boys.
I had Hell's Bell playing.
He's too young to have learned to drive off the Dukes of Hazzard show.
He's probably
How do you think I learned how to drive my first car?
Hey, Brandon, he probably drives like Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Probably.
Oh, no.
My parents took that TV show away from me when I was 4 and 5 because we built a ramp for our go-karts. Apparently, the cows, the bulls in particular, did not like us trying to ramp over them.
You just weren't going fast enough.
Oh, we were.
What were you doing? Strapping 2-strokes to your bikes?
No, they didn't last very long. Again, I actually was raised in a lawnmower shop, and Dad would hop it up. We'd essentially be turning way too high of RPM, and they wouldn't last. Again, you take the governor off of a small engine, and you could turn some decent RPMs, but they don't last long.
I can contest to that.
You just you make a few changes, and a kid that's 4 years old doesn't weigh much. Yeah. That's how I know that all these people saying their engines last forever when they remove the governors are full of crap. I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a modified bike with a 2-stroke Lawn Boy engine that was modified to fit on the bike frame. And during the winter, when I lived up north, I would take that bike out on bald tires. It has no brakes, and just sit there at wide open throttle out in the middle of the street, just ripping around.
I'm actually jealous of my nieces and nephews. Growing up around me, they've had go-karts and they've been riding mowers and stuff since they could barely walk. And I never had all that growing up.
I did.
But since I grew up and I've been doing small engine work since I was a teenager. They've got all that stuff. Like, I got a video of my nephew at 2 years old driving a ZTR through the field.
No, I didn't get ZTRs until I was older, but
I was riding around on garden tractors and the 500cc ATV we have.
Well, when I was little, my father rigged up a go-kart. It would only turn right like this, but he had a brake that would lock the tire, and it would slide around a corner. And somebody's a big Dukes fan.
That was my car. That was what I raced back in 1986. That's a 70 Dodge Charger. And that was sitting out in front of the house.
I honestly wish I had a phone that took pictures when I had my first car. It was a 66 Mustang Fastback, black on black, with a 427 big block with a blower and twin Holley 4-barrel double pumpers on top into a 6-speed manual.
That just sounds like suicide for a 16-year-old.
15.
15?
I bought the car when I was 14, built the car, like the car got finished 15. I got my learner's permit. I was struggling to drive it because you had to feather that clutch or you were ripping your tires apart. And then 16, took my driving test on it, scared the crap out of the chick that sat beside me when I was taking my driving test. Then a week after getting my license, the car got totaled.
Mike said his
That's why you don't give that car to a 16-year-old.
It wasn't my fault.
It would have been a week later.
According to the cop and the driver that cut me off, it was the Prius driver's fault because he cut me off so close he could have took the front bumper of the Mustang off, and I drove it full throttle into a barrier, bending the frame.
Wow.
Oh, well, no, you should never admit to that. A Prius totaling a 60s Mustang, that's an embarrassment, dude.
It is, but I
It's
will
your
gladly
fault.
admit it. I panicked. Instead of hitting the brake, I hit the accelerator. But I panicked and turned right into the barrier at 60 miles per hour, bending the frame beyond recognition.
Nowadays,
I got three.
Yeah,
Mike, you
nowadays,
shouldn't admit to that either. Geo Metro.
hey, old school, something like that. Nowadays, technology, they could fix that.
It would have been. It wasn't worth it, honestly.
It would have been now for that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As some of my friends from high schools, well, they're dead now because of smoking the Johnny Red Eye and rolling UTVs down hills. They said I practically had a Boss 427. I practically was driving around in a Boss with no mufflers because it was just straight pipes, side pipes on it. It was a murder machine.
Yep.
That's where I'm saying you would have totaled it a few weeks later, in all fairness.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I honestly babied that thing like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you could take
either
your
you
foot
would have
off the
totaled
clutch
it,
and it would have gone.
Either you would have totaled it, or you should have handed in your man card. One of the two things would have happened.
No, that's what you're
I was
saying
scared
now.
of it. I was honestly scared of that thing.
Like, yeah, you say it now, but back then,
Oh, I was still terrified of it. I knew right what I was getting into when I put the blower on it. I put the blower on, I was like, yeah, I am going to either die or this is going to be a badass little Mustang.
well, it must have been a badass Mustang because you didn't die.
It must have been. No, it had no ABS, I didn't have room for ABS.
The biggest problem with that is he totaled a Mustang by hitting a Prius.
Yeah.
To avoid hitting a Prius, yeah. But if it wasn't for totaling the Mustang, I wouldn't have the Bronco, which I'm grateful for having.
I think, if you would have hit that, if you could hit that Prius just right, you'd have probably just went right through it. It would just tore apart like a tin can.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have done as much damage to the Mustang.
The biggest thing we can know it's true is nobody would admit to totaling a Mustang when a Prius drove away. Nobody.
That's good for America's Funniest Videos.
Yeah. It was I think I did. The car hasn't been the car was not on the road no more than almost a month. The car was registered and legal for no more than a month. And then.
Wow, Mike.
I think Mike's dad wanted to make sure he never got laid.
Right?
That's what my dad thought when he gave me this. Or when I bought
the
this
Bronco?
off him. No, the CRV. No, but I will say, as soon as the Mustang was totaled, I sold it for scrap, which I got $3,000 out of a totaled Mustang, and I went and bought my '95 Bronco off my grandfather, and kept it since.
Could have parted it out, made a lot more money.
Didn't know I could part it out. I was 16, didn't know what the heck I was doing much.
So you didn't know much last month.
I'm 23. If you were around for Brandon, when was it? Like the Christmas special? You hit like 1,000 and I shaved off the goatee.
Yep.
Dude,
Well, I don't think I hit 1,000 until after the Christmas special.
yeah, it must have been after that because I like as soon as I saw that he went live and got 1,000, I was like, well, crap.
Well, at least you didn't dump oil on your head like someone over here.
It wasn't on my head. It was on my arms.
Oh, well, then that's not that
At
cool.
least you didn't burn yourself with an Allen key like I did.
What's that mark look like? Was that
It's
or is that
gone.
white?
It's gone. It looked like an Allen key, like a little L on my forehead.
Okay, Mike, if you could pick up a girl with a Geo Metro, I still got to take my hat off to that.
I'll give you props to that.
Yeah.
Because all I get now with the Bronco, Grant, when the girlfriend's not in the truck, all I get in the Bronco is yo OJ. Literally, it's gotten to the point where my license plate on the Bronco it says not OJ.
And it's not white.
It's blue, but everyone says yo OJ, and there's reasons why the Bronco does not go to downtown Pittsburgh.
They're probably afraid to get near you. Probably afraid you kill them.
No, he'd be running away so damn slow.
Well,
I'm sorry, there is nothing worse than a Geo Metro to pick up chicks. That takes game.
Or you're hung.
There's a few other cars out there.
A Prius? If you can get any in a Prius.
Yeah.
Oh, a Prius, you may get some tree huggers. I mean,
Yeah, you might get the tree huggers.
and some of those tree huggers look pretty good. So I'll give a Prius maybe some chance. I don't think there's anything worse than a pregnant roller skate Metro. I mean,
a Toyota, no, a Honda Odyssey. A bone stock Odyssey. Try getting any in that.
How about a micro car?
Or
a
an
micro
MG
car is a golf cart. We don't count golf carts here.
MG King Midget.
Oh no, those are awesome. I actually wanted one of those when I was younger.
Yeah,
MG King Midget.
I want
No,
one now.
Yeah.
I want to get a King Midget right now so I could go to Harbor Freight, get the V-twin Predator, build a Predator out, and shoehorn it into that.
oh no, that's sacrilegious. No, no.
Yeah. Dude, they had
No.
9-horse Wisconsins in them. I'd rip that sucker out and shoehorn the biggest. I'd shove a Harley in it.
It's like taking a Ford Mustang and putting an LS swap in it.
No,
That
that's
is
sacrilegious.
suicide.
No.
That is suicide. You don't LS a Ford.
Why not?
You put Ford engines in Fords. You put Chevy engines in Chevys.
Have you ever been to a car show?
Yes.
Seriously, look at a Ford or find a Ford with a Ford engine at a car show.
Every single one in this county. And some in Pittsburgh. Every Ford I've seen, they have a Ford engine in it. Some of the Chevys I've seen, they got Ford engines in them.
Hey, Robert, I can take you to a car show and show you a Ford, and it's got a Dodge engine in it.
Oh, you can find other things other than Chevy engines, but good luck finding a Ford engine and an antique Ford at a car show in this part of the country.
Actually, it's a very popular swapping diesels to put a Cummins in a Ford frame.
Yeah.
Ford, I think the 98 Ford F-350 dualies, like the bigger dually trucks, had Cummins engines in them from factory. We had one from up at school.
Yeah.
I did a clutch in one, and it was a Cummins in it, and it rolled coal. It was a factory motor.
Now, that had to be anything bigger than a 1-ton.
I think it was bigger than 1 ton.
Right.
But it said F-250 on this, or F-250
That's
on the
been
side.
my experience, Mike. My dad's got two 1940s Fords. Both of them have Chevy 350s.
Over here, if it's a Ford, you put a Ford engine in it. The Chevy, you put a Chevy engine in it, or a Ford or a Dodge.
Yep.
They had this big car show in Evansville, Indiana that was Ford-only car show. But it was only classics. It wasn't new ones. My father decided he was going to put 2 of his cars in it and asked the question if he could put it in because they all had Chevy engines. They actually said they could not even have a car show unless they allowed Chevy engine.
I mean, if I could, I'd Ford swap my Honda right now. Or better yet, I'd take my Subaru, rip that Boxer bullcrap out, and shoehorn a 302 in it.
And Patrick, everybody asked Mike to quit cruising in the Geo Metro, I'm sure, at the time.
You see Mike now with his feet laid back, because you know Mike's a big guy. And he built like this, going through into this Geo Metro.
We could bust his chops. We all have to take our hat off. The fact that he could get a girl with that car.
He was on the internet tonight.
True.
In the Metro.
I don't even know why my girl sticks around, because I got a freaking Honda CR-V grocery getter. I think she's waiting until I freaking blow the motor up.
Oh man!
Okay, we also know Mike was delusional.
Ed would love you with the Honda CR-V. You know how he is with Hondas. Ed, the tech guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's seen the Honda and he's just like, oh my God, you gotta send me more pictures of that thing.
See, I actually see the CR-V picking up, girls being willing to get in those.
Next to Geo Metro.
Nah.
Yeah. I just don't see that. I don't know, man.
They
Geo Metros were uncool when they were new. Mike probably had a used one at $3,000.
That's probably a year old.
I can tell you right now, knowing mine is modified, I hardly get any looks. It's straight piped, lifted, blacked out with LED, everything. Doesn't get any looks.
Oh, with the LEDs and the everything, the people are trying to look away.
I mean, they hear it coming. It sounds, as my friend says, it sounds like a bee taking a massive crap. Until VTEC kicks in and it sounds like an AK-47.
Does it have the rope start in the back?
Yes. It's in the trailer hitch.
So you pull the trailer hitch out and you can start the car?
Oh, wait, you have a trailer hitch on your car?
Yep. I mean, dude, I have to have a trailer hitch on everything. Okay, I'm going to smack him. He took my rope starter. But yeah, there is a trailer hitch on the back of Holly. All right, let me get a light.
There should not be trailer hitches on cars. That's just wrong.
Believe it or not, 1,000-pound towing limit.
Well, someone in town was pulling a trailer here with a Mercedes.
We had a guy with a commercial mowing outfit that used to drive a newer Cadillac to pull his mower with. But trailer hitches on cars are just wrong. I don't know. It's kind of.
You're gonna like this. Driving to, where was I going? I was going to North Carolina to a tractor show. I had the Jacobson on the back of the Honda. There was a little Honda Civic towing a subcompact tractor on a small trailer.
Damn.
That's kind of like us pulling the 16-foot trailer loaded with wood with the Ford Ranger uphill.
That's just dangerous to everybody else there, Brandon.
Yeah.
I know it's on the road training.
They actually, in my opinion, they should ban anything smaller than an F-150. They shouldn't call that a truck.
So what you're saying is they're going to ban my Bronco?
Yes. Your Bronco's a station wagon.
No, it actually technically is not.
No,
Based off the F-150 platform, which gives it the title of a truck in West Virginia.
Just because they have no taste doesn't count it as a truck. Does the window in the back open?
Yes.
Upward. Yes. Station wagon. Does it have fold-down seats?
Yes. Backbench does.
Backbench station wagon. Does it
I mean,
have more in
technically,
common-
it's an SUV. We're gonna
I
get
don't
down
care.
to
Does
it.
it have
Ford
more
calls it
in
an
common?
SUV.
Does it have more in common with a truck or a station wagon?
More with a truck because F-150 parts fit on the Bronco.
No, not more. Not them calling a truck. Does it have more in common with body style with a truck or a station wagon?
If it's got a cap on it, yes.
Okay, station wagon. SUVs are a way to sell station wagons to people who don't want station wagons.
It's not a station wagon. Technically, if you go through Ford, it says it's an SUV.
They call the Geo Metro a car. Is it a car or a go-kart?
Station wagon.
Go-kart. See, me and my father got into this fight before. He called the Bronco a station wagon because the insurance company I had before the one I got now called it a station wagon and still was ripping on me for like charging me out the hind end on insurance. When we transferred insurance, he kept telling him, "Oh, it's a station wagon, it's a station wagon, it's a station wagon." The guy went out and looked at it and said, "That's a truck."
Oh, I actually agree with your. The insurance company calls it a station wagon. See, my point has been proven.
Yeah, but charging a kid $700 a month on an antique vehicle, like literally my paycheck from Toyota went to paying the insurance on the truck.
Damn.
That's some expensive
And-
insurance. Yeah.
Mike, an El Camino is a sports car.
An El Camino is what happens when you take a true man's truck, an F-150, and have it bang a little car. You get a mullet machine.
If you have an El Camino, you have to have a mullet.
No, see, that's.
You
I
have
thought
to.
the mullet was also required for the Screaming Chicken, the Trans Am.
Oh, don't even mention Trans Am. You'll get my buddy running down the freaking street with a joint in his hand. Like, did someone say Trans Am?
Does he have a wife beater and a mullet?
He has a
and
white
a leather
beater.
jacket.
Yep, he's got the leather jacket. He had a mullet, and he's got a beer gut.
And he needs to play only 80s hairband music.
No, he plays like the hard ghetto rap, the stuff that would get you shot, and he's wider than the rims on my tractor.
The other thing is he has to live in a trailer park.
Nope.
No. Damn.
For Screaming Chicken. Oh, he's not the part of the Screaming Chicken group. Or he can live in a house with a couple engines sitting in the front yard. That would be acceptable.
No, that's my place.
Hey, I got a question for you. Then what would you consider the Dodge Rampage?
Not a Mopar guy, so I wouldn't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
That was at Mitsubishi made a little. It's smaller than the El Camino. I mean, it looks like the El Camino and a Ranchero, but it had the 2.2 4-cylinder front-wheel drive.
Scrap metal?
A mistake. A reason why we don't do LSD.
Right.
El Camino is an awesome vehicle. I just don't think they should call it a truck.
I mean, I kind of understand why they would call it a truck. I ain't gonna hate on the El Camino. I think it's awesome. It'd be better if you slap a blower on it and get some noise out of the motor.
They just put a bed on it to avoid trying to design a trunk.
True. What would we call the Subaru Brat?
Of course, the Ranchero came out what?
Subaru Brat. What? Oh, isn't that the Geo Metro go-kart looking thing? Or am I wrong on the Subaru Brat?
The Subaru Brat was like a lifted Ranchero that was shorter, and they put 2 seats in the back in the bed facing towards the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, that was what they called it a truck so they could sell it to girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ow.
Yeah.
God, dang my knee.
That's not a truck.
That would be fun to have, though.
Anything called a brat is to be sold to 16-year-old girls. That's it. No man should be seen in it.
Okay, the Subaru Baja.
Is that a brat with a different paint job?
No, they took the Subaru Outback station wagon, and where the trunk is, they cut that out and made it a tiny 4-foot
Station
bed.
wagon?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
like, they took a big station wagon, made a tiny station wagon.
And they called it a truck.
No, they station wagon. They
called it a truck.
They called the Bronco a truck too. It's a station wagon. We've already discussed this.
SUV. I will accept SUV. But since it's based off the F-150 platform and F-150 parts fit on it, and if you take the cap off, it looks exactly like an F-150. I call it a truck.
SUV, station wagon urban vehicle. SUV. We'll give you that.
I'll accept SUV. The king of SUVs. I will even accept that.
Hey, Robert, it's a SWAT. That's station wagon, UV. Yeah, SWAT.
Ford Bronco, the king of SUVs, a man's SUV, as my buddies say.
Only the dope driving it.
A man's station wagon, we will accept that. We'll just agree with that one.
No. The Bronco too, yeah, we'll call that a station wagon. Because that's a disgrace to the word Bronco.
See, I actually agree with Mike too. They should never put a bed on a Jeep. That's just
heck
wrong.
No. But did you see the Dodge put the Hellcat in it? Or the Demon engine in it?
It was the Hellcat.
They had to pretend to try to get a man to buy that new Jeep Wrangler.
Well, did you see that thing? I don't know if it's true, but they're talking about putting a Hellcat in a minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy's working for the Dodge dealership. I went to school with him, and he called me up the other day. He's like, hey, guess what? I was like, what? He said, you're going to hate this. I'm like, okay, bring it on. He said, dude, I just got the pamphlet and was told to start training on the minivan that's getting the Hellcat engine.
Yeah.
He told me it's all-wheel drive with the Hellcat. I'm like, what the hell? So everyone else is going like environmentally friendly. Dodge is like, I'm going to fist Mother Nature.
Yeah, that's Mike's got a point. What are they going to do with the Hellcats and the rear ends on those minivans?
I don't think
they can't keep a rear end under a Hellcat engine anyway.
No, it's too much power, I do believe.
And Dodge couldn't make a transmission; it had to save their lives.
Yeah, like you ever see the meme with SpongeBob, like Sandy's getting ready to pull like the TNT? It's like meanwhile at Dodge, did somebody say boom and just blows up the transmissions?
Yeah.
I'll have to send you that one, Brandon. I think you'd get a kick out of it.
Now, one thing I have to say about Dodge is they ain't jumping on this bandwagon of trying to make all their vehicles electric like Ford and Chevy's planning on doing in the future.
Yeah.
You do have to give Dodge credit for that. But
yeah, they're telling Mother Nature.
But it'd be nice if they actually made a truck.
They do make a truck.
They do.
No, a truck that doesn't rust out and drives.
Don't even get on the... Yeah, the reason why they're shoving this massive motor in a minivan, so when you have to get your kids to the soccer practice in 1 minute flat.
No problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
I think they're putting the Hellcat in a minivan is so that when you're embarrassed for driving a Dodge minivan, you can at least say it has a Hellcat engine.
Exactly. But granted, I heard this the other day. Because I have to put a starter in the Honda. I heard Honda is making a V8.
Oh, Mike, you work at a Dodge dealer then?
I think you work.
I didn't know you were that big into job security, man. That's smart move.
If he really wants job security for Dodge, he has to work at the transmission shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured a Dodge dealer, he's got plenty of work no matter what he does.
True that. I spent all last summer fixing up a Dodge Charger for somebody. One thing get fixed, something else would break. I probably made several $1,000s off of that one car.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, Mike. I figured you'd switch to Dodge dealer for job security.
I thought I had that when I was working for Toyota.
The one around here that always got us, or at least the last couple of years, is the Ford dealers for pulling serious amounts of weight behind the Ford truck. Apparently, the that engine that goes from 8 to 4 cylinders, I guess it doesn't do so hot.
Chevy did that. Ford was doing the auto start stop.
Yeah, okay, it was the auto start stop one. They tend to blow up.
Don't tell me that. I have an EcoBoost V6 in my Expedition that does that.
Apparently, if you pull a lot of weight behind it often, it has issues. You don't want to use it for pulling constantly.
Oh. I wish the Ford dealership would have told me that.
Because I deal with a lot of sales reps, and when they're pulling like large weight all the time with it, it has issues.
I own the Expedition to tow the Kubota BX23 I bought. That's the only use that Expedition sees.
My dad had a 77 Blazer. I still call it a station wagon, but that thing actually threw a rod when I was a young kid. My uncle bought it before it did this. It had a hole in the side of the engine. We'd still cruise around town in it. Thing just never quit. One of the cylinders was seized in it. Rod hanging out of the side of the engine. Still drove. Man. And we did it for years. Have a trail of oil, but it drove.
Yeah. Texas Keykeeper has, I think it's a late 70s, maybe early 80s KFI Blazer with diesel engine in it.
Yeah. A lot of people around here, they're taking the old Jeeps, the old flat fender Jeeps. I think like the YJs and the Wrangler YJs and stuff like that. They are 4BT Cummins swapping them.
Yep. There's guys up here that are taking that same Cummins and they're putting them in place of the Chevy 350, taking that engine up, putting that 4BT in.
I know it's a big favorite of replacing the 6.0s for the Cummins.
Yeah. You mean 6 blows?
Yeah.
I just don't see putting a diesel engine in it anymore. Unless you're pulling a lot of weight like a semi, I just don't see the benefit anymore.
Fuel economy. They get a lot better gas mileage than gasoline does.
Yeah, that old diesel will run forever on a tank of gas.
My diesel only gets like 16 miles to the gallon.
The Honda, I think the best I got out of the Honda was 21 lately. The Bronco gets 18 on a good day. The Expedition gets 22, and the only diesel I got is really the Kubota, and it goes all year on a tank of fuel. And
the diesel we got, the 7.3 we got in the Dolly, it does better on the highway with fuel mileage than it does in town.
I get better in town than on the highway with the Bronco.
I've got a Duramax, and it sucks.
Oh, you got a Dirty Max.
Yep.
You got a dirty mouth?
That probably too.
All mechanics do.
Yeah.
Still cleaner mouth than what my wife has, but she's the daughter of 2 sailors with 6 brothers, so you know.
Oh. If my mama was on here, y'all should see her. She cusses like a sailor.
I have to say, I got the worst mouth in the family. But I learned it from my grandfather.
I've got a dirty mouth too, and I learned it all from my grandmother.
I learned from the grandfather. Grandfather, you talk to him, he'd be like the sweetest guy. He doesn't cuss until he gets the wrong socket, then he cusses it out like crazy.
For some reason, my Duramax gets around 16 miles to the gallon, no matter what I'm towing. I don't care if it's like 1,000 pounds or 10,000 pounds.
How you driving it? You keeping your foot in it?
No, I drive like an old woman.
Okay, you drive like me.
You know, one of my customers was telling me that has one of the newer diesel Chevys that he said he could put a tank of gas in and pull a trailer load to Colorado on that tank of gas or fuel.
Huh.
I can't drive that long on it. But now I hardly ever drive that truck without a trailer attached. So, to be fair to the truck.
It probably doesn't have the DEF system and the D.
No, it's pre-DEF. I'm lucky that way.
Yeah.
Mike Hodge, I have not, but I hear it's not always easy on those 5.4 Tridents.
No.
Oh, I hear it's fun. You really need to try it, Brandon.
You know, I'm thinking I should just take it to the Ford dealership and just push it off on a lube tech or something. They need work. Job security.
When I was working for Toyota, the company that owned our Toyota dealership owned the Ford dealership next to us, and I was working in the Ford shop. Whenever I didn't have an oil change or a tire rotation to do on the Toyota side, I'd go help the Ford guys. They made me do spark plugs on that Trident. On a Trident truck. I was like, nope. Spent almost 2 days trying to do plugs because they were all seized into the block.
Wow.
Yeah. And the Ford techs were helping me and everything. It still took us 2 days to do plugs on a Trident because the plugs were stuck into the block.
And how many plugs?
8.
I'm almost scared to do it. The last Ford I did that 4.0 out here, the damn threads came out with the spark plugs.
I tried to hire the local mechanic guy that up the road to change the plugs in my Duramax, and he kept saying he was going to do it, but he said spark plugs too, not glow plugs. I told him I'd pay him $1,000 to change the spark plugs in my Duramax.
That'd be funny to see him trying to do that.
Well, either sometime between April and May. We sold a lot of stuff off but my shed. My shed still has to go. And we already got buyers wanting it. I got some repairs I got to finish before I could sell anything off like that.
Oh. Ow.
Ooh, 1 hour per broken plug? Well, I guess it'd take you an hour.
And you know what?
It was a fight.
Job worse? Being a van and you'd have to take out the doghouse and they're all gonna be in the way. It's not gonna be any of them ain't gonna be easy.
I think
Isn't there a kit to do that, Mike?
Dealership, so they really wasn't in such a big hurry.
Mike Hodge, isn't there an actual tool to actually pull those?
There's a tool.
I think there is a tool, and I think Snap-on's one of the only dealers that sells it.
You're telling me they made a tool to pull the plugs?
Yeah, a specialty tool.
And I'm pretty sure Snap-on's the one that has it.
And I think Mike's right. Later. You have to actually warm the engine up for a while, give it a good drive, and then And you better do it immediately.
Yeah.
Get to that job.
I think someone told me that's what I should have did with the 4.0 out here. Is I should have just let that engine get hot, and it might have not did it.
Maybe change the plugs while it's going down the road.
Just stick over the engine while you're going down the road. Take
Yeah,
the hood off.
Yeah, pull the hood and everything off of it. You can be up underneath it and have your mom be driving the thing. You just be sitting there one plug at a time.
That's
Also, like
it's been a year since I worked for Toyota, and I'm just now finding out about the spark plug tool.
Socket.
No, I think they actually made a specialty tool for that.
Yeah, I think I have heard about the extractors. Because wasn't the V10 Triton even worse than the 5.4?
Don't know. I didn't see very many V10s.
There's a lot of people don't realize there's more specialty tools than anybody ever dreamed of.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason I have 9 toolboxes.
I know I'm going to need to buy the Honda harmonic balancer socket and the Honda valve tool to build the Honda out.
Okay, so not only Snap-on ain't the only one that has it. They got this one on Amazon. Oh. Focus. Dang it, I'm messing it up. But
how much is that?
$61.
Yep, I ain't buying it. I'll just say goodbye to the Tritons.
Oh, so it is just a 5.4. Yeah, I don't think anybody does. My college, my uncle has probably over $100,000 or more. Well, probably way more than that. But he has all those big giant toolboxes, and even he probably don't have everything.
I certainly don't.
I don't think it's possible to have every tool for every job.
No.
Because some of the tools are homemade one-off tools.
Yeah.
That you need to do. Like some of the ones are like mechanic-made tools.
I don't have very many specialty tools for cars. I mean, because I really don't do professional auto repair. So, and I still have, it said 9 toolboxes.
I think some of the only specialty tools I have for certain vehicles are this one for doing drum brakes on the Bronco, along with this one.
I think the last specialty tool I bought, and it really ain't that specialty tool. It's the rubber hangers off exhaust.
This tool.
Oddly old school, the drum brake tools are used commonly in lawnmowers. I have everything except for the last. Well, actually, I had the last socket, but I've never used it. Yeah.
I have to have this one to do the front brakes on my Bronco, and also my press to do the front brakes on the Bronco.
To where?
I got the press too.
The rotor off
somewhere in Panhandle. 3.5 hours away.
Damn, we got a lot to drive.
And we're taking the van.
The last, I think, specialty tool I bought for mower repair was oddly the vacuum or the coolant vacuum setup, to where you could pull a vacuum on the coolant systems.
Yeah, I have that.
I got those
because I had to do a radiator on a Kia van. And by the way, whoever designed that car, I know right where you're going. Had to tear the whole front of the van off just to change our radiator.
Well, one of the Briggs engines, you have to have the vacuum set up to do it. So you have to get one of the Chinese ones that'll pull a vacuum on the old style radiator caps.
Yeah.
So that's the probably last specialty tool I bought. I'm trying to cut back on my tool purchases.
Yeah, I've slowed down. I don't really need no more hand tools or sockets and stuff like that. But I've been starting to buy like specialty tools, more specialty tools.
I think this was my last specialty tool buy. A set of pins that go on the cars that don't have wheel studs. They have wheel bolts, like Volkswagens. I got this to do put tires on.
Oh, I know the last specialty tool I bought. For dog.
Sir.
The 4.0 timing tool for the cam.
Oh.
Now, how does that work?
So your cam only goes a certain way. Oh, that's okay. I'll just leave it. Your cam only can go a certain way, and then this tool mounts here with this to hold it with these pins, and that tool mounts in the back, and then this keeps the harmonic balancer, the crankshaft from moving, and then you just put the gear on with it held in place and torque it down.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Old school style.
This one I think was it. I can't remember when I bought some of these tools, but I got an O2 sensor bung tap.
Looked like a spark plug bung or tap on that.
That's what I thought it was.
O2 sensor tap and the matching socket. I think that was the last one. I'm not sure because I haven't bought tools in several months now, and
I haven't with this move coming up. I haven't bought anything. I've been putting all my money in a box for the move. Yeah.
I've been buying stuff for the CNC plasma and some of our powder coating and stuff like that in the last 2 years.
What powder coating did you get?
It's just an Eastwood setup right now.
Oh, I have the Harbor Freight powder coating gun system.
We looked at the Harbor Freight one. Oddly, some of this that is chose by my wife. So she wanted the Eastwood gun, and I just let her have it.
Happy wife, happy life.
When you argue with your wife buying a tool, I don't think it goes well for a man.
Oh.
It sets a bad precedent.
I looked into the Eastwood one. The Harbor Freight was cheaper.
I get that. It's just it sets a bad precedent when your wife asks for a version of a tool that to say no.
Yeah.
Because now, and the other thing is she actually went and purchased it, so that also kind of defeats it. She purchases about 80% of our tools. I just tell her I need a tool, and she goes and buys it.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't afford to sell my tool. That's what makes my money. I need my tools. I could sell off anything I have but my tools.
I could sell
selling tools is against my
tools.
religion.
I could sell off some of them, like if I wanted to, I could sell my radio arm saw and my table saw because I don't do woodworking. I'm more into metal fab and customization work. I'm trying to stay out of get the lights not to glare. But it's just all my woodworking tools I could get rid of. I can't get rid of my metalworking tools.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to call it. I got a long day tomorrow, and Mater's got to leave, and got to chat with Mater.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get off here.
This is probably I should probably call it a night too. I've drank like 4 of these today.
Hey, you finally got your cup from Jude.
Yeah, dude, this thing is.
Bless you.
It may have taken him like a month or 2 to get it, but this thing keeps my drinks cold. I worked a whole 8-hour shift, and my drinks have not came loose.
I keep hitting the wrong button. I didn't mean to hit it already. All right, guys, I got this. I appreciate
y'all. Have a good night.
Yep.
Damn, Mater can't do the after show. Oh, I do like.
Yep, Mike. Hey, I'll see about doing a live stream maybe tomorrow evening. I don't know. I got to take some stuff out to see about getting painted. So I don't know.
Why can't you paint them yourself, or you're not that good?
I can paint them myself, but I don't have the automotive paint.
Ah,
This is all stuff, and besides, there's some. They're plastic, and they got to get some repairs done to them. And the guy I know, he's going to do it for me at a decent price.
All right, guys. I gotta go to the border tomorrow.
all right.
They're gonna let you back in the States?
I hope so. Oh God, I hope so. No, we ain't going crossing the border, but we're going through the border. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for everybody for coming out. I'll see y'all later.
See you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Night.
Oh, you keep cutting off my sound. What the heck, dude?
There you go.
We're still live.
Yeah, hold on.